Internet. I fucked up my face tracking. Let's go. Okay, today we're gonna go on like a quick 20-minute adventure. Actually, I can even I have it open. I can show kind of what we're working with. So I'm following cool Google Doc to what is like really relevant to do the main story, and we did chapter 12. Did episode 12. I couldn't fail to notice that there's a nice gap between chapter 12 and 13 where there's no additional reading required, which is nice. Afterwards, we will always have something in between, more or less, and then spooky third story arc. So I figured, since Master's Travels is in between here, in theory, I guess you say it's not required, but still recommended. We're gonna start Rafael Latavano story arc basically today. I guess we also should at some point do the wind-up storyline so we can get Lonevale done and Path of Life from the Seaborn. I might skip Path of Life since they say themselves it's skippable. I mean, nice stuff is nice and all, but catching up with this is also hard. So basically get maybe most of the Latavano storyline done now, then switch to chapter 13, follow that a little bit. Maybe do the epilogue stuff of follow then like the main storyline again, do all the epilogue stuff for this. And before we do chapter 15, we would do all of Wind Up 2 at that point, which is still a lot. But that's still a lot. I mean, I did read through Operational Intelligence at this point, but still like the events. So yeah, that's a bit to go through. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna start with this. Code of War is like one of the few things I actually played off stream. So I'm through this. That's good, at least. So yeah, today Guide Ahead. Probably gonna be this week's project of getting to Guide Ahead. Building Lights will I probably will read again on my off time. And then I will see how much we do of this. Maybe I go like I feel like we're doing at least Guide Ahead and Lingering Echoes. I will also want to do Lingering Echoes because there's a welfare unit I really want, because I want to make a Lithuanian team. There's also a welfare unit in Twillingstone and Herbst, but I don't think you can get them yet or something like that. But we will get there too. So that's the overall kind of plan. And now that I've wasted time, let's go do it. I need to learn what the storyline's actually called. That is Siracusa, we're gonna ignore this. This is Kiak. That Placid is what I want. Oop. So, a quaint and unprecedented summit of nations. Gathering envoys from all lands to the holy city of Latavano. I do know Fiamata and her, the rest, I guess we'll get introduced to. I also got this man, I got the order of this man by pulling on the last banner. And hey, those I know. I mean, I actually played through the stages, so that will speed it up when we get there a little bit. I need to clean up to the stages though. Man, the music is a banger. That's nostalgia. This is when I started playing the game, basically. Yeah, boop. Yep. And we start off with some reading, but that's not have any cool videos. Actually, this was not a year one side story anymore, right? Because I noticed year one side story still had story in the X stages. I don't think that is one of them that have in the X stages, which also helped me a lot. Which should make this like an 8-parter. But yeah, let's see the summit. What's up in the Vatican? The man steps into the room. The woman in the wheelchair utters not a word. That's Lambin, right? It has to be Lambin. Oh, I don't think there's other wheelchair characters mentioned in this video game. He tidies up the notes and documents scattered across the table. He swaps the withered flowers in the vase out for fresh ones. She continues reading her newly borrowed book, but she takes no notice of him. It is silent, perhaps because all there is to say has long since been said. Or perhaps because it's not yet time for that which shouldn't be said. Without warning, the man speaks. She'll be back soon. Legati spent so long preparing for this meeting. Of course she will. How long will you stay? Until I finish what I must do. For all I can accomplish here as the delivery of the Lateran people's souls. I should go. Don't come back. The man stands silent for a while before turning and leaving the room. The woman pushes her wheelchair up to the window. She opens it and looks out. He's watched the sun rise and set over Laterano countless times through this window frame. The city is as noisy as ever tonight. Laterans being strangers to both tranquility and exhaustion. So what of tomorrow on? Mama, drink some hot water. Good girl. Mama's alright. Mama, I read you a storybook. Cecilia, my darling Cecilia. Mama really hates to leave you. Man, are you going to leave me, Mama? No. Mama's never, ever wanted to leave you. Lisa's got no choice. Where are you going, Mama? Can I go with you too? Is that okay? You can go where I'm about to go, Cecilia. It's very cold, very lonely, and so empty. I'll go with you. I'll be with you so you won't be lonely. Sorry, Cecilia. Childhood should have been so much more pleasant. I have been blessed with you, Mama. Cecilia, listen now. Listen. I'm listening, Mama. Won't be able to look after you soon. Someone will come pick you up. Go with him. He'll take you to Papa. Papa will look after you for me, okay? Can't you come with me? I bet Papa really wants to see you. Mama, there's something important to do. So I can go with you. Once you see Papa, tell him that your Mama really misses him too. Also, tell him I'm sorry, okay? Mama, what are you so sorry for? Listen to me. Listen to your Mama, Cecilia. I will, Mama. Don't cry. Cecilia, my poor Cecilia. Giving birth to you was the greatest blessing in my life. Or what if we find it a lifelong curse? Well, child, beloved daughter, who will bless you? Who can? Cecilia, my darling Cecilia. Hide yourself. Don't let them find you. Run away. Leave Laterano. Mother holds her daughter's hands. Through her eyes flash myriad emotions until finally all strength fades from them. And they slowly, gently fall shut. Mama? The sancta girl does not know what's happened. When she notices her mother's hands have turned cold, she clasps them together against her own chest, hoping to provide some warmth to her. Man. There is a knock on the door. Executor Federico of the Laterano Notarial Hall, on official business. Please open the door. Sir, your check-in at the guest house has been taken care of. The rest of your day is completely free. Might not be a bad idea to have a look around, because I'm quite eager the whole way. Lateran City has some very distinct architecture. You see, wasn't it worth the trip? I suppose it was. What's the schedule for tomorrow? A meeting with His Holiness the Apostle, our Pope, is all set, so I'll be returning to the Basilica now. I'll fetch you tomorrow when it's time to meet him. Please enjoy your stay in Laterano during the conference. No need to worry about expenses. It's our honor to host VIPs from the world over. World over. I sure don't see how gathering all these foreigners in one place is gonna get anything done. Still, how could I refuse such a generous invitation from His Holiness? Might as well take advantage of his hospitality while I'm here. Excellent. Now if you'll excuse me, feel free to take Laterano by storm. It will be nice to see what actually this whole meeting is about. Are we gonna have to vote for a new pope? I guess it would not make sense. I assume it does just work like the Christian pope. I also love that they have just gun hanging outside. I mean, I get that my sancta love their guns, but Jesus Christ. Would it be so easy to just steal a goddamn rifle? Or how can you leave this outside? I guess this is a high trust society. The architecture here sure is interesting. Columbia uses pillars like these too, but there are subtle differences. Seeing as I'm here, what are they up to over there? All set up? I'm good. How's your end? Done. Esther, have you dispersed everyone in the area? All the citizens likely to be directly affected, yes. Those in the secondary effect range are confirmed to be notified as well. Shall we get started then? Current time is 10:22 on March 15th, 1099. The following act of demolition is carried out with Reserve Executor Essel of the Notarial Hall as witness. Alright, here goes. 3. What was we've Sancta doing standing around that pillar? 2. You there? Yeah, you 3 are the only ones around here. What gives? 1. 5. Huh? Where'd you come from? There goes the man. What was that explosion? Something's coming down. Save me! Save me! I have to. What? The pillar's falling a lot slower now. Save. Damn it. Man, having art to just slow time must be amazing. That scared the skin off me. What kind of crazy place is Laterano? Whoever you are, Liberi, thank you for rescuing me. What's your name? Find me at the Columbian Provincial Association. I will return the favor. She's called Shimmering Witchel. Shimmering Witchel? That one name sure do sound silly sometimes. But that's kinda rude to say, man. That's not my name. Hi, you okay, right? Thanks, you too. That could have been a disaster. Thank you for your aid. Delivery formerly known as Shimmering Witchel. Thank you. You're welcome. Say, what's going on here, though? Bombings in the middle of the day? Don't tell me you have extremists sneaking in. Something's been on my mind. Go on. Do you think this pillar's absolutely perfectly persistent or no? You know, the only reasonable way to demolish something. I would say so. It fully embodies Lotavano's architectural aesthetics, so I can't help but wanna see what would happen if we blew it up. For science. I have to admit, it's a fine idea. The conference is starting soon, right? But there will be a lot of people from afar. I think His Holiness even said we should show some restraint for a while. He did. However, he said, show some restraint, not don't do anything. I get that His Holiness is hoping to give the visitors a good impression, but my dear friend, what do you say to my humblest of opinions? I think a good impression must be based on reality. You know, she's not wrong. I feel like it's a lot better to just present you as you are instead of, you know, putting up all those masks and everything and pretend, right? You could be more correct, my friend. So, we filed with the tutorial hall, got our executor here to witness for us, and allocated everyone nearby. We're giving this beautiful pillar just the perfect blast. Except, we never expected you to show up right at that moment. We're so sorry, esteemed sir. We're unwittingly doing you harm. You set off an explosion on a nomadic city street? And filed with the government for the official witness? Were you Latavans always this uninhibited? Of course we abide by the commandments of all relevant regulations. But if it's not explicitly forbidden, anything's fair game. Ah yes, I love them all compass of that. If there's a law against it, let's fucking go. And Latavan City rules, values and protects every citizen's rights. Don't worry, sir. Just your average everyday explosion. Perfectly normal. Man, yeah. Maybe you should just wear blast times if you ever go to the Vatican City, huh? What if someone gets hurt? We know our limits. That said, I'd also like to extend my apologies for you for this accident. Truly sorry, sir. Hope it hasn't quite sunk in for you yet. Believe me, stay long enough and you'll learn to love the city. I think I can live without that sinking in. And there you have it. Welcome to Lotavano, sir. What a great greeting. If it isn't Mostima, just what is her ability? Is she slowing down time or merely tricking people into perceiving it that way? How? I mean, isn't both kind of the same outcome no matter what? Also, this is like kind of very much a cowboy look, right? Not really what I expect from a Sancta. I guess we had some cowboyish elements in the past for some Sancta. It's just... Maybe I would more kind of think of America if I see cowboys, but hey, Latavano are the gun enthusiasts in the setting. It blows my mind every time. What's going on over there? Not much, just a normal day in my lovely hometown. Though I did get a better show than expected. Others are waiting for us. I know. Let's go. Legati. A special messenger division established under the auspices of the incumbent Pope. Latavano had previously held a detached position, maintaining neutrality among the central powers. Amogus? Such, Latavano officials were sometimes tasked by foreign powers with relaying critical information between different parties in the course of diplomacy. This role was normalized and institutionalized with the establishment of the legato system. They've become a special force moving between the nations. Honestly, it's kind of a very powerful position in itself. With Latavano's absolute neutrality as a foundation, Legati aimed to promote the circulation of important information between countries. In 1098, via the Legati, the Pope sends an invitation to all nations of Terra. Gather for a conference at Latavano. I invite every nation to dispatch its envoys for a discussion regarding our collective security. 1099, the Legato system celebrates its 30th anniversary. In March of that year, Legati from all across Terra proceed for Latavano together with the envoys of numerous nations. Wonder what they need the security for. I mean, we do know that some of the nations must have been, like, warring in the past and everything. But, I mean, other than whole funny Victorian thing, I guess, brewing, what other wars would there be? I guess there's also kinda slow Cold War between, like, Russia and China thing, right? Considering that we also could easily hijack that a little bit. I guess there's some stuff to discuss. One of those who just now seemed a lot like a Pontifica cohorse. And that, was that a Legatus? A strange combination. Essel, are you gonna stick around now that your witness work's done? Don't worry, we will repair as good as new, just like we wrote in our application. Good, I'll leave you to it then. I'll be going now. I still got quite a bit on my plate. Just to confirm, I'm looking for a will registered by someone who's passed away. It's time to get poor girl to a better place. At least, hopefully not an orphanage or something. A typical single woman's residence with no trace of any other occupants. In the bedroom, her body lies serenely, no signs of poisoning, no signs of violence. Petavico here. Female citizen's body discovered at 7265 via Ferritus Pacus Devonus. Preliminary determination of the cause of death, natural. Please notify the Ecclesia Viquitium of the Pacus to come and enter the remains. Preliminary search found no last will and testament. Please initiate new assignment. Confirm deceased's identity. Search for will according to any pre-registered information. Petavico out. How do they just notice deaths? Mama! Don't go out. Don't let anyone else find you. Never ever approach anyone in uniform. That's what Mama said. Is the uniform man gone? Or still here? Man, she's good at hiding then. Or my man bad at looking. It's alright. When someone visits, just take a nap on your little sofa. Just like always. You can go back to Mama when you wake up. Don't panic, Cecilia. Why are you so worried? Why can't you fall asleep? It's okay, it's okay. You just need to wait for the stranger to leave. We'll all be alright when you're with Mama again. Why did the side story need to start so sad? Hey, customers, man, I guess. And a lot of people I have like no idea of. Seems things went pretty well in Sargon, huh? He sent out a whole bunch of envoys. Don't get me started. The Pashas are all eager enough, but the problem is none of them can agree on anything. I'm already thanking heaven they haven't started brawling yet. What about Casimir's? The military is reasonable, no matter how you slice it. Adeptus Sprovidlivi turned down our proposal, but the KGCC was actually very interested. One map even sought me out. We had a long chat, understood the international situation as well as any legatus. He might even come in person if he's not too busy. But enough about us. How about you, Owen? Association Victoria's anything but simple these days. I'm sure you've heard a thing or two. I've heard a thing or two. Victoria's doing fine. Duke Gododin and I get along fine, but it's less that he doesn't want to appoint anyone to be here and more that he can't. Everything's balanced on a knife's edge, more or less. Jan didn't dispatch anyone either. Not that he didn't send a stream of gifts conveying our thanks to His Holiness. How very Janese of them. Kierak actually sent out a few after rising to prominence these last 2 years. And every other nation's envoys were already here. To be honest, I've never imagined this job would go so smoothly. Scared? A little bit. You haven't been a Legatus for too long, if I remember right. Less than 4 years, I guess. The organization has been active for 30 years now. After all our efforts, let's say every last one of us has earned these results. Besides, we're still a long way off from what we're hoping for. A true summit of nations, right? We need more than envoys showing up in the Lateran Basilica audience hall. We need the people in power, ones who can actually change things. So save your nerves for the day we have to greet the big guns instead. That's gonna be kinda hard to accomplish. Thanks for putting it like that. I've got no idea if I should be excited or terrified. Imagine all the security they would need. Oh, she has a cute smile, I give you that, game. I see you can stop yourself from terrorizing the newbies, Owen. You found me. Nothing to get keyed up about, even if that day really comes. That's what we're qualified for, aren't we? Maybe so. So, are the acting legati of each region all present? You're only missing Mostima. Typical her. Mostima? I just happened to see her. What's she doing? Right now, taking in her native air again. Forget her. We're never counting on her to come anyway. She can report to His Holiness last and we're good, just like always. It's my man. Sanctitas Advenet, I think at least it is, so maybe therefore it's more nice. In a split second, the hall is silent and still. After Messenger gazes lies on one spot, the teacher of all Latavano, the guide, the spiritual leader. That is one hell of a bird to have. Good morning, children. Have you had breakfast yet? Yeah, you know, might surprise you, but at like 7 PM I indeed had... Actually, in a sense, I did not have breakfast, I'm lying to the Pope. But I'm well fed. Well... No sign of external force. It was likely due to illness. A pitiable soul. Will she not ill so on the other side? Living Sancta, your remains shall be conferred unto the Ecclesia Requidium, where you shall rest. Here. This was hung on the bedroom wall, handed to the member of the notarial hall. It's just your shopping list. I mean, they don't wear uniforms, they can go out, right? Why did they take Mama away? What do I do? Cecilia casts her gaze to the entrance. You can't go out. You can't be found. Or else you'll be in danger, Cecilia. Maybe you should have been a bit more specific when she said her goodbyes to her, huh? That's what Mama said. But if Mama got taken away, will she be in danger too? Fiammetta. Wait, you actually using my name for once? What gives? Huh, you don't like it? More a fan of Shimmering Vigil then. Or do you want a new one? Fiammetta's fine, thanks. Seriously though, what is it? See, my lovely co-worker should be in the Lateran Basilica right about now, no? Or is this something about me, maybe? If you're aware, then maybe you should show your face for once. Nah, forget it. I never get used to the ambience in there. Besides, would want to see a living warning sign walk on in there. It'd just be uncomfortable. And so do you care if other people are uncomfortable? Since it makes her also uncomfortable, I guess. I'm not so bored. I'd make myself unwelcome just for fun. Objection! Case in point. I'll admit you're enjoying being back here a lot more than I expected, though. Meanie? Welcome to Latavano and all that. I think I'm just in high spirits. Probably from coming home after so long. Yeah, right. Sure, whatever. Let's go. Where to? To see her, of course. Oh, maybe she's in a different hospital now. I guess to see Lemon? It's been ages since the last time you returned, after all. Follow me. There's also one hell of a long intro cutscene, not gonna lie. I haven't been to this Parkus too often. It seems not too far from the outskirts. I should be nearly there, right? 7265 via Fervatius. Is that an Ecclesia Requiem hearse stopped by the door? Hello? Excuse me, sister? Calm down, young executor. Have you finished the inspection already? Correct. It was the Sancta who departed us by illness. May I quickly verify the remains? Confirmation complete. The deceased is the homeowner Feoria Laporta. My assignment mentioned no will was discovered nearby. May I ask if you noticed anything resembling one during your inspection? We did not. However, this is for you. The Notarial Hall would wish to reclaim it, correct? Is this a patron firearm? Understood. I'll take it back with me. Thank you both. I honestly would be kinda cool to learn what's up with the patron firearms, since the main story mentioned them before, and I get that they're very important to the Sancta. If you're done with the identity check and arms reclamation, please allow us to convey her to the Ecclesia Requiem. Very well. Thank you for your time. Identity of the deceased confirmed. If I want to find any P-registration of a will to the Notarial Hall system. Right. I can do a long-range search from my terminal. Have the internet? Let's go. Census, addresses, homeowners. She didn't prepare a will? The diagnosis record states, given the illness, giving up on hospital treatment makes sense. But why wouldn't she leave a will? very great sneak. Is that a neighbor's child? Why is she hiding from me? Watch out. Man. What? Did she faint? But why? She only tripped. She didn't have any food for like a week. That's a lot of random bystanders. Does anyone know who this child's parents are? Does she live nearby? I've never seen her before. Has she passed out? Or she bumped her head when she fell? I've never seen her either. Maybe she just moved in? I can ask around at the neighborhood hall. What for? If she's hit her head, we need to get her to the hospital. You hurry, take her there, Executor. You left us around here. Your parents come looking. We point them straight to the hospital to find you. Perfect. Thank you all. Right. Now, there's the funny thing. What if she does not have parents? I didn't think Cecilia would run straight into the toilet right outside her home. What now, Parthia? What else? Follow them. Make sure she's safe. And get her out of the notorial hall's hands. This is gonna set up that church government bet. But you know, so far they looked alright, at least. He prays within the Ecclesia Requiem for the spirit of the deceased, as if all the clamors nod to him. I'm gonna be curious to see what the gimmick is. But yeah, maybe I could even do the stage of the Scuff team, you know what, for once, let's fucking go. But yeah, we will work on having a live Indian niche night at some point, maybe. I at least can soon start investing more in those units. I need a bit more money to finish Sutva basically, and then I guess till the no, I do not expect to get anyone that I really would want to invest in, so we can invest into all the cool Lithuanian units. I guess I still have W that might be nice niche at some point to have. I also got the Executor, which I guess I have any guards, so I will figure out what I do with my overall units. Anyways. Yucatan, doesn't Lateran food bug you at least like a little? Tastes here definitely lean on the sugary side compared to Kierak. Huh. I guess it makes sense why they use those ice machine enemies. But yeah, I wouldn't say that normally Italian cuisine is sweet, right? Is it? I mean, they are known for the ice cream, I guess. I do know that, but otherwise I would not think of sweets, really, when I think Italian food. I guess they also have, like, tiramisu? It's a very deep question for me, but I guess it doesn't matter. To be fair, it could also be that Kierak people are just really not used to, you know, any sweet food at all, since icy region that also might have some turmoil or anything. One day I will know what's up there. Don't you like sweet dough, Russ? It doesn't mean I can take everything sweet. I'm starting to miss Kierak now. It's that bitch Vatato's fault, or blah blah, grab every opportunity to re-establish our clan's status. She didn't even come herself, throwing me under the sleigh out here. It's a show of the Matriarch's trust in you. After that incident put us on the brink, it was your joint efforts that further ensured the Browntails held on. And you got tossed out off to the side. You just love living behind the scenes, don't you? Personally speaking, getting to see you shine is more than enough satisfaction for me, was. Aw, when did you learn to talk so smooth? That aside, madame, this conference may turn out more fruitful than we expected. We didn't think so many countries would be here. Seems we might have underestimated Laterano's influence. Yeah, that does sound about right. But don't you change the subject? I feel like the generic nobles spies do not really fit in here. But hey, you are Lifanian, let's go. Hast du keine Augen? See, this was perfect Lifanian. Okay. Do you not have eyes? Oh, you know how to speak Lifanian too, huh? You bumped into me, I think. Wow. The Lifanian is an embarrassment. What corner of the hinterland did you scurry out of? I come from Kierak, and certainly not the hinterland. Kierak? What kind of place is Kierak? Lady Sharon, Kierak is the nation of the Snow Realm in the buffer zone between Victoria, Columbia, and Casimir's. Man, what a nice corner to be in, huh? There's a country in those mountains? The very definition of hinterland. You think an envoy of a trifling glacial state has the standing to be flippant with me, a duchess? Madame, first I have to stress again. Kierak isn't some hinterland, like you keep saying. You can probably thank your own narrow mind that you've never heard of my country. Second, you're the one who bumped into me. You owe me an apology. You dare? Lady Sharon, we're in the Basilica. Don't make a scene. Lady Sharon, permit I remind you, you currently stand in Latavano, not the Lifanian domain. And who are you? Lateran Legatus. What are you trying to tell me, Legatus? This is the Basilica? What? You intend to declare that as the host, Latavano sides with the provincial creature? Latavano sides with order. Therefore, Lady Sharon, you should apologize to Madame Skyrios. You know my name? You'd expect me to know the names of all diplomatic envoys, wouldn't you? Oh, you must be well aware of who I am. Of course, the Duchess Francis of Lifanian. But permit I remind you again, this is Latavano, Duchess. In Latavano, you are asked to honor the commandments and orderly abide the rule of law. No matter what privileges you enjoy in Lifanian, they do not exist nor apply in Latavano. This is how Latavano treats his guests. If you're willing to be a guest of Latavano, Latavano will wholeheartedly treat you in kind. Owen, when did you start standing for Latavano? Huh? I feel like it comes with the job. As the Lateran Legatus, do I not have the right? Not in the Basilica. Lady Sharon, please quell your anger. Don't you think it's a little late to be pacifying me, Cardinal? You quiz. I beg your understanding. Legatus who contradicted you will be given appropriate punishment, and rest assured of the Lateran Courier's goodwill during your stay in the guest house. Madame Skyrios, I beg your pardon as well. This fault for this minor misunderstanding lies with our shortcomings. You'd be willing to magnanimously accept my apologies. I hope to invite you in a short while to the side rooms for a talk. Skyrios looks at Yucatan, and Yucatan gives a subtle nod. Laterans, my. Adesso, Martina, please look after these three most important guests in my stead. Owen, come with me. Here comes the punishment. Alright. Yes, the deceased in Parker Stellaris did not leave behind a will nor any prior registration of one. I return to the notarial hall in a bit and submit for double checking. Currently, I'm at Parker Stellaris Central Hospital. No, I'm alright. I just found a girl injured in a fall. I'm taking her to be examined right now. No, I was in a traffic accident. First assumption, Mantis drove little girl over. Also, do they just have a gun? Or a rifle in a wheelchair lying around? Why? I mean, I do get they love their guns, but this is a hospital. No, the parents aren't with her. She's still unconscious. And for the time being, we can't confirm her family's circumstances. When she wakes up, I bring her back to her guardians. Right. If she doesn't wake up soon, I might need to use notarial hall privileges to... Pardon? I can consider this one of my practical assignments. Alright. I fill in all documents after it's over. Sorry for that. I'm finished. Plappermouth Hospital. Now, see, if I need to go to a hospital, at least this one has a good name. It's alright. Doc's physical checkup is done. No wounds anywhere. Nothing on her head. So it probably wasn't a knock on the brain. But the girl does have a small fever. Odds are she was ill. We will still need a few more tests before we're sure what caused her to pass out. That won't be anything too bad. Doc set up her ward in 2127. You can wait there for examination results. Is she your sister? Are you on duty? Are you bringing your little sister on an executor shift? I barely ever see executors here in Stevenus. She's not my sister. So why did you bring her here? Is she your target? Oh heavens! Executors really that ruthless? You'd execute a little girl like that? What did she do? I only came across her in the street. She's not my target. She just lives in the vicinity, in all likelihood. Really? She must be new around here then. This is the only hospital in Stevenus. So all the kids come here for checkups when they're sick. You should see the side of the consulting room at pediatrics whenever the seasons change. It's exhausting. Lucky I'm on shift at recovery next week. Have you heard of our recovery department? It's famous! She laughs, blabbering. This is the Blabbermouth Hospital. A wheelchair rapid fire competition last year there. But what the? Maybe I should not question this culture. Oh heavens me, I've never seen guns blaze that fast before. I still suspect that must have been a gun night. A little bit young for it though. What's that look for? Did I tell you recovery was famous? I have multiple people from the Basilica all recuperating here. Did you just say... A girl reported who was newly moved into Stevenus? Never seen her before. That's why. She's not your sister. Then a kid that small can't have come scampering from another Parkers, can she? Well, obviously, there's a possibility I've just never seen her by pure chance, but I can tell a girl like her falls ill day in and day out. I've seen too many of them. Where was I? Consulting the pediatrics? Listen, last week. Run while you can, my man. You're gossiping with the family again, Elisa. The doctor wants you at the test center to pick up the results. On it! That smile is hiding a lot of pain for sure. You're sure you fetched the right report? Yes. Is there a problem? Never seen a plot analysis this strange before. Once it's photocopied, send the original to the head doctor's office, along with this note for me. I need to pay a visit to recovery. she has cool blood mutations is closer to... I don't know. Guess she's not... I mean, we know that the Sarkas... Well, that the Sancta must also be kinda related to the Sarkas or something. I guess. Maybe it's something like that that's up. So I don't think they would have revealed it that early into the game's license. When? I need to check at what year that released, but this must have been like year 2, right? But it had said it for the head of the doctor's office. So what now, Pasha? Locate the 2 to hold the report deliver back. Don't go back. Just hold things off. One at a time, and you're fine. What about the doctor? It looks like he's gone for recovery. But not at the end, Cecilia's in. That works. This way the executor will still be in the dark for now. Everyone else with me. We'll throw the executor away and get Cecilia out before the hospital's people reach her. Remember, move quick. But don't be rough with Cecilia. She's our companion. Don't make her hate us. I'm very curious how this gonna all lead into also this big meeting of countries. Mama, why do we need to go so far every time we meet Daddy? It's really dark now. Because Daddy's not able to come to Letterman City. Can't live with us. Why? Because he's different from us. I love racism, probably. Then can't we stay with Daddy? Daddy wouldn't want you to stay with him, Cecilia. I understand when you're older. Why? Does Daddy not like me? Is it because I'm not good enough? I'm a good girl. Can Daddy be with us all the time? Cecilia, you have to trust Daddy. He loves you, if he can be by our side. Aww. Oh, Mama. You're awake. Where am I? You're in the hospital, miss. You fainted in the street. I took you here since I couldn't find your parents. Hospital? Is this a hospital? No, you're wearing a uniform. Mama said... Has the mama been telling you things? Come to think of it, when I first saw her, wasn't she hiding from me? It's alright, miss. I can take you to find your mama. I'm a good guy. You can help me find Mama? Mama got taken away by people in gowns. This must be a kidnapping case. Is that why she was all alone there? Okay, little miss, stay calm. I'm not her executor. I'll help you find your mama. How did she get taken away? I mean, wouldn't it be very easy for him to deduce that, you know, it would be the dead woman? Considering he has even seen the 2 Sancta that took her away and everything. Your notarial hall. That's right, I'm from the notarial hall. My name's Essel. Look, here's my name tag. Will you really help me find Mama? Of course. What's your name? I'm Cecilia. What's wrong with your halo? What is this about? Even in the most downcast moods, Sancta halos don't dim like this. Unless... a child this small wouldn't even have a patterned firearm yet. What could explain this? No, beyond that. I guess we gotta see what's up with Mostima. She might be like her or something, right? That would make sense to me. Cecilia, how do you feel? Is your halo? Sometimes it goes like this. Mama says I'm ill. It will be fine soon. Hassel has realized something. Amidst her current pain, Celia is anxious about her missing mother too. But he cannot sense any of her pain nor anxiety relayed from her. Celia is without a doubt a sancta. How could this be possible? Cecilia, are you this girl's relative? Functionally. Come with me. He's got somewhat special circumstances. My doctor said he needs to talk with you in private. There was a strong gust of wind just now. I will close the window, in case she'd catch a cold or would get kidnapped. Of course. Alright, Cecilia, just get some rest. I'll be right back. Don't worry, Cecilia. We'll keep you company. The rooftop. Yeah, and you know, normal place to have just a confidential talk about the status of your relative. That's a hospital's work. To be fair, that is a super nice view for a hospital to have. You said Cecilia's circumstances were special. Oh, I did not. I pressed my mouse wheel accidentally. A special how? Well, we can't be exactly sure yet. We need to wait for the diagnosis. The doctor will be here shortly. Just hold on, and we'll see what he has to say. I've already reported Cecilia's situation to the notarial hall. My colleagues are fast on their way. What? Tell me who you are. I'm an attendant, right? What are you talking about? The doctor will be here momentarily. Would a normal hospital attendant get nervous hearing the words notarial hall? So you suck at me. I only needed to keep you here for a short while anyway. If I were you, I wouldn't be giving myself trouble. Pasha said to be more gentle with Cecilia, but not with you. Pathia, was it? Man is just leaking all the confidential intel. SNH, no professional here. You do well to forget that one. Come on, let's give our notarial hall man some fake time. Let's go actual stage. So this might be awful. I actually did not check the skills I have equipped on any of those units. But hey, it's time for a very scuffed team. We can do this. This is made for newbies. That is... I did not imagine a soundtrack like this for Laterano, but let's go. It is Christmas time, baby. Man, having no Vanguard is buff. Pathfinder. I guess I should ping you. I've leveled you up a little bit. But you were here. Okay. I guess I really need to check this team if I want to bring it for the choke of it. I mean, maybe I can at least somewhat level them till we get to the Lifanian part of the storyline. I also... Well, I did not use the support, so we won't have any healer, but... Do we really need them? That is like made for you. That is the fancy stuff. I think for the other stages we will just realize them with my actually good team. Did I level you? I leveled you. I think Earth Spirit is supposed to be like god awful, like one of the worst. No! My god!
느껴지시나요? 이 감성적인 피아니시모가
Take this. Take my revenge. Why do you all have guns? Actually, it makes sense. Oh, Jesus, actually damage. I mean, we should be able to just out-tank this, but... Man, it's... a bit closer than I thought this would be. Now we wait. I see bot weakness till I get like more guards for this team. So you're able to move around without your wheelchair now? Hey, it is Lemon. And that is... She did get a bit of a glow up. Man, you know, we actually got her playable, huh? But hey, she has cool exo badge. Or is it, I guess it's a small plushie, right? Yeah, I guess it looks more like a plushie. That's cute. Yes, I have been rehabilitating pretty well. Last year, I had a wheelchair rapid firing contest, which I won. And then the doctors banned me from competing again. Oof, oof. Everything's wicked these days. You'd have to look for a gun knight to beat your firing skills, I think. That's nice to hear. I'd be even happier if someone learned how to say a few nice words to the sick, like my darling Fiammata here. Mustima, you're just going to stand there pretending you're the curtains. You know, I'm not a type, Lemlin. What type? It's your first time back in 2 or 3 years. Maybe it's not that good. Fine. Lemon fires better than anyone I know. Her skills are incredible. That's more like it. Give her all the praise. Little B needs all the praise. Is Elle doing alright, Langman? I saw her recently. She's doing great. She's having fun hanging out with this penguin guy. You'd better worry about yourself before her. I'll copy those words right back at you. How long are you going to stay this time? Don't know, really. It'll be at least until the conference is over. Wednesday after next, I think. Tuesday after. Oh, Tuesday. Otherwise it's up to how that old weirdo feels. Who knows if he'll send me on some weird and wacky assignment again. Did you just call His Holiness? You know, we're close friends. He's not gonna mind Fiammata. If you want to stay for a bit longer, I could help you there. That's so? But you figured out already? Figure what out? What are you two talking about? Do you really not realize Fiammata? We've been handing our reports to for the last half year? Was it that obvious? What? Wait, Lemon? You got a job at a Lateran courier? But you're still in rehab? Hey, need to pay somehow for your health insurance. It's rough out there, okay? Don't worry, it's just some secretary work. How long will you stick with it? I'm not sure yet. Will you return to the guard? Little change of that now. Your marksmanship all look just like that. It's a mind-boggling waste. You judge me so highly, Fiammata, even though I messed it all up. It wasn't your fault. It wasn't yours either. Don't stretch yourself too thin. The day will come when I settle the matter with him. Now I will need to get the horrible inside backstory of Lemon. mean, that has to be in the game. It's somewhere, right? Oh well, Mastima? Can I rub your horns for good luck? No. Oh, spoil sport! Lemon gazes out the window as Mastima stands beside it, idly playing with the flowers in her hands. In a flash, Fiammetta returns to a time before. Sunshine's up bright and beautiful during a Latavan springtime, and a hint of the chill rides the air. Through the window, she spots the roofs of church buildings large and small. Here and there, now and then, tall beasts streak across the sky. Lemon is peaceful in any ordinary time, occasionally uttering a remark or two around her. The atmosphere softens. The standoffish Mastima relaxes without realizing, unable to sense the smile she had let slip. Just as always, as if none of it ever happened. As only an illusion. After that night, not a night more could she soundly sleep. Lemon. Something's on my mind, Lemon. Does this hospital have all that many volunteers? I suppose. Come in. Senora Lemon, I want you to look at this. Oh, you have visitors? It's alright. They're old war buddies of mine. How old is Lemon and Exu? I would say, I would normally say this still strike me as somewhat young, right? I guess I could actually check after this. War buddies, you don't mean? That's right. In that case, maybe all three of you could take a look at these test results. We have a demon in our midst. Owen, do you know what you're doing? Maybe you'll be kind enough to tell me. He's not going to think of your methods as just personal conduct. He'll be thinking we're going out of our way to exhibit the Latavan stance. Slip up for a moment, and this becomes a diplomatic incident. Is it exactly what you want? Conflict leads to issues. Issues require resolution. A solution needs a channel. Ravana is providing a whole new way to resolve issues. And we provide this method under two prerequisites. What we say has to carry enough weight, and what we say has to be appropriate. Right, Latavano needs to have an appropriate stance. If all we brought to the table was an ordinary roll of the dice, who'd eat Latavano? See, that's how we should just do diplomacy. We roll a dice, just roll like a d20. See who rolls higher. Easy. World peace in like a week. Wouldn't you say, Your Holiness? Do you agree with him, well? He's pretending to be smart. The reason Latavano stands up in this land, the reason Legati can cross all borders, is that Latavano possesses faith. No, it's because of Latavano itself that the Legati are given passage. Your Eminence. We all know clear as day that the true Latavan faith can't reach beyond the Sancta. I'm sure I cannot read. I'm sorry, but might let you down if you count on it to get things done. Owen, if you seek death, you can apply through the proper channels. Let's go. Application to get executed. Truthfully, I never understood how you two managed to fight so much. I set out on my way back from Victoria to Latavano. Duke Gottedin asked me a question. I believe it's not one I'm equipped to answer. He asked, does anyone in Latavano suffice to draw me there? Your Holiness, when we are sat at the playing table, will the cards in our hand be enough? Your Holiness, Mostina wishes to speak with you. It states that what she must report cannot be heard by any other. Then we'll step out of your hair. You may go. Put her through. Understood. I feel like that should have been an easier way. Does the Pope not have like any phone himself? Time should just fly, Your Holiness. And good right, my child. Slim and well. No hiding anything from you. We've seen something interesting here at this hospital. Go on. Sort of a source of a physical checkup. Some of the signs look very familiar. Say no more before you turn to the Basilica, Mostima. Understood. If your mother will go find a person these souls belong to. It's time to kidnap the child. The public can not learn that we are a cursed bloodline or something. I know the hospital lemons recovering medicine. Bacchus Stevonus. Stevonus. Something that make Mostima use a dedicated line. Oh. Quit messing with me. Cecilia, do you feel alright? My head really hurt before. It's a bit better now. In that case, I'll carry you out. Out? Who are you? Your companion, Cecilia. There's someone waiting for you. Mama? I'm afraid it's not her. Your mother won't come back, Cecilia. Why? Sorry, I can't explain it to you. You know, I feel like if the child would understand the concept of death, which, depending on the age, might be a bit spooky, I get it. But I feel like your overall job would be a lot easier at this point. But someone can. I'll take you see him. I'm sorry, miss, but I want to find Mama first. I'm really not good with kids. Sorry, Cecilia, you gonna get just kidnapped. Time to get sucker punched. What do you want to or not? I have to ping your way. You aren't safe here. Cecilia! Okay, too quick. Who are you? What are you doing with Cecilia? Not for you to know, Sancta. Cecilia was a companion of ours from the start. You're the one stealing her away. In that case, please tell me her parents' family name, her home address, identity number, and your blood or legal relationship to her. Notorial Holp, Wayne, what? If you have proper grounds to leave with Cecilia, you can tell me. I take it into account in my decision. If you were a Liberi, I consider it. But Sancta like you, no chance. You bear the Lateran symbol. You are a Liberi of Laterano yourself. Why hate the Sancta? Let me tell you something, you notorious Hall scumbag. The thing I hate second most in my life is when people like you selfishly assume has to be a law of nature that every Liberi who lives in Laterano gets along great with Sancta. If you don't plan on elucidating your grounds, I won't let you take Cecilia. Not your call. I hold him off. You take Cecilia. Right. Sorry, Cecilia. Just bear with it. I don't want to! Just some minor explosions. It's fine. It's not like we're in a hospital or anything. What's happening? What's that explosion? And the smoke? The window. It must have been when... Man, did he booby trap the goddamn window? There was a strong gust of wind just now. I closed the window in case you catch a cold. You really don't need to show me that flashback. I know people have very short attention span these days, but even me as a goldfish remembered. Goddamn executor. I give you a word of advice. If you truly care about Cecilia, then don't give her up to the Notarial Hall or the Lateran Courier, or else you'll regret it. Cecilia. Hold on tight. Right. Are you alright? Yes! Good. We need to break free of them then. Is he going to listen? Of course he won't. Sancta are a bunch of happy-go-lucky idiots. The ones at the Notarial Hall don't even get the happy-go-lucky part. Whether he listens or not, we need to ensure Cecilia is in our hands before we can proceed. I mean, need to notify the others as soon as possible. Let's go. I can't wait to have like a big terrorist attack in the middle of Laterano while like all the nations are here. Already done. Huh? I was talking to him just now. Oh, you wanted to hold him up so you could send word out. He can't outrun us. Why was the door to the sword open? What? Is that you, Parshia? Was there an 8-year-old Sancta girl staying in the sword? No. I hear the explosion on the way here. Did you have something to do with that? No, it just happens, you know? Explosions are normal procedures in the hospital. You know, if somebody needs to get their wisdom... Okay, we'll go for wisdom tooth removal. I don't know. If you need to remove your appendix, it's very normal to get a blast going, right? How else do you do this? This is modern medicine. What's so weird about explosions in Laterano? Exactly. Are you really the Parshia I know? Your matter. The girl you're looking for is already out of hospital. She's definitely not here. Why are you here? What? You get to show up in Sivonus Central Hospital, but I don't? Are the guard looking for this girl too? Where'd you get this information? I left the Pontifical cohorts long ago. And you're off being a Legatus bodyguard? What? Now you're back in Laterano again looking for some Sancta girl? Don't you just love being surrounded by Sancta? It'd be like you are all... Man, just some slight casual racism going on, I feel like. Asia, what's happened to you since I left? Radicalization. I've watched those funny streamers on the internet. Don't ask that like you actually care. Enough. You don't need to talk to me like that. If the girl's not here, I don't need to waste any more time with you either. Forget what happened to me. You should be wondering just what you're doing for your matter. As veteran. Tsk, Parshia. I thought you loved your precious Fiammetta. Here you are with her again of all the things, and this is how cool you treat her? What's it to you? What about the Notarial Hall kid? What's your plan? Forgets to gaff Parshia. I might have an even better solution. But I need another small favor from you. More bombs?
Yay! 완전 승리!
Let's go, Cardigan, you did it. Also, let's do a quick break so I can stretch my legs. I will be back in like 3 minutes and we can have more story then. I can't believe it's like 90 minutes. I must decide this is a short one. How is this a short one? Well, we will get there. I will see how long. I might go like till 10 maybe. But yeah, be right back. We are back. Also, like I said, I want to quickly just... This is gonna be a quick adventure. Where's the operators? How old is Lemon? Can I should just have this. Imagine having other snipers. Combat experience of 12 years. Okay, I guess he must be. What if the actual agent is? I guess I never really checked before. Maybe not, but sure would make sense. But yeah, if he has 12 years of combat experience, she must be actually a bit older. How she looks in the old sprites for sure. Actually, I can also double check while I'm already here. What skills are actually thing on those? Probably a skill 2 or I feel like it's very rare where I would want a skill 1 over a skill 2. I mean, there's sometimes niche uses for units, but from what I've seen so far in this video game, most of the time I feel like you would either always want to go with skill 2 or skill 3. You know what, I love my Sonic Boom. Peak video game. Stops attacking and enemies within range are slowed. Okay, on this one I might not be sure. Back plus 40% attack steal, additional 10% for arts damage as necrosis. I mean, we won't burst the necrosis this way. Maybe also stick with skill 1 with this man. Don't have any choice. Actually, you are not only healing yourself, you're healing around you, which is great for me actually. Well, maybe we can do one more stage of this Guffed team, and then I probably have to switch back to my overpowered units anyways. Actually, I think still even the old events had like always gimmicks, right? Maybe, I guess back in the day it took a bit longer to introduce them. And he left Just like that? I mean, to be fair, it's not like she would have gotten anything out of them, right? There's no point bickering with her. And I'm half sure she was only there to hold me up anyway. If the girl's not in the hospital anymore, then we first need to confirm her whereabouts. How's your end? I took a shortcut. I'll be at the Basilica in a minute. As the situation allows, sent an order to cooperate from the Terran courier to the notarial hall. I questioned the hospital staff. It was a trainee executor who admitted the girl, said he picked up a lost child and couldn't find her parents. Procedure dictates he bring her back to the notarial hall. Even if he's not there yet, he can find his location through the hall system. But I say, your being so capable isn't good news for me. Oh yeah, and after you report, stay there in the Basilica for now. Man, no trust? Oh, you don't need my help. No, I feel like something's waiting to happen. Didn't something already happen? You know who I'm talking about. Anyway, hang back there. Might be more useful to me that way. Man, are you worried about me? I just don't want you scampering all over the place. Let me conserve my energy. No problem, Shimmering Witcher, or... We are away from my real name. Use my real name! You know, at least Latavano is kind of a very nice city, but what makes sense, like, Wormus and the Vatican is kind of a very nice place. You know, Roman architecture did cook. I mean, I guess they have original arts. I'm kind of impressed of the statues also, I think, just like hovering halos though. How the hell does this work in the background? But I guess, you know, in a world of magic, I should not be surprised. There's so many people here. Which just makes it harder to find us. Yeah, it makes it also harder to get kidnapped in broad daylight. This is Parcus Ambrosius. Have you been here before, Cecilia? Mama used to say she'd go to Ambrosius to buy things. Maybe she's here? Tell me more about your mama being taken. What exactly happened? Mama got ill. This morning, I was talking to Mama. Then someone came from the notarial hall with white clothes on. Then after he left, people with gowns came in and took Mama away. Notarial hall? Would this really be a kidnapping case? Something doesn't feel right. For the man that had the instinct of like booby-trapping the window, he's very dense about what happened to her mom, huh? Where were you then, Cecilia? Did they see you? Where did your papa go? Is this going to help me find Mama? Not for certain. It's just, if you can tell me more, I might be able to find some leads. Cecilia, my darling Cecilia, you have to hide. Don't let them find you. In that case, please tell me your parents' family name, her home address, identity number, and your blood or legal relationship to her. If you have proper grounds to leave with Cecilia, you can tell me. I'll take into account in my decision. Hold on, it's Cecilia? Hello, it's me. That's how I always answer my phone. Via state who you're talking to. I mean, okay, I guess on a private mobile phone it makes a bit more sense, but it's just funny greeting. Yes, I'm in Parcus Ambrosius right now. Right, I'm helping this child find her mother. Return to the hall? Alright, was about to... maybe roughly half an hour? Right, copy that. Mr. Essel, are you going to take me to the notarial hall? That's right. Something. That's where she runs away. I give you a word of advice. If you truly care about Cecilia, then don't give her up to the Notarial Hall or the Lateran Courier, or else you'll regret it. Cecilia, I'm guessing you don't want to go to the hall? Mama said I can go there. But if they can tell me where Mama is, then I can go. Mama's got an illness. I'm really worried. Cecilia, let me ask you one more thing. Had you seen that library from just now? No, I don't like her. Just give me a moment to think, and I'll be with you, okay? Celia's mother forbade her from going to the Notarial Hall, or from approaching executors. Executor showed up before Cecilia's mother went missing. Celia's mother went missing. I know what. That logic checks out. Cecilia was almost abducted by a suspicious library whose name is likely Pasha. Pasha said Cecilia cannot be given over to the Notarial Hall or the Lateran Courier. And finally, something's wrong with Cecilia's halo. Would it even be possible for me to extricate myself from this at this point? No. Don't run away, Essel. Think. Think, Mark, think. What should you do? Mr. Essel, in the hospital, you said you would help me find Mama. Is that true? Is that still true now? Job's a job. This can be the only solution. That's true, Cecilia. I promised you. We're not going to the Notarial Hall. Let's go. The actual executor, not just following the law. I have some respect for this man. Like, maybe don't just follow blindly orders. I still don't know what's overall going on, but at least he also just one goes. This mysterious girl, we're just shoving her to the government. Surely nothing bad could happen. Please to remember where your home is. I need to find someone else who knows your mother. I'll help you find her. That's my promise. Thank you, Mr. Essel. I don't know how to get back home from here. I've never been here before. But if you go back to where I saw you, mister, I know where my house is from there. Not a problem. We'll take a different route back to Steronos. Also, do they have just like spare magazines lying on the coffee tables? What I saw there. I love Laterano. Welcome back, Mostima. Time sure does fly, Your Holiness. What news do you think this time? Relax, it won't be as bad as that one time. Here's a physical report I mentioned before. Last page is a plea from Steronos Central Setdoc. Considerably cautious wording. Mostima, what is your view? Going by the doctor who did the diagnosis and checkup, this report belongs to an 8-year-old Sancta girl. All the details point to her being a Sancta anyway. Empath index isn't too high, but considering her age and physical condition, it's within acceptable range. Question is these few figures here. Her own checkups report similar results. So yeah, it is basically the same thing with Timo as whatever's up with her having horns. I mean, I guess he is just some mixed Sancta ways, I guess, more closely related to Sarkas or something, I assume. It would make sense. I feel like the Sarkas with the horns and everything have the more little demonic appearance that she also has. But she's not even 12 yet. Never held a pattern firearm. It's hard to imagine she's got the ability to violate any commandments. Outward appearances shoot down any chance she's fallen either. Or I guess maybe you're just the fallen, huh? So we can have fallen angels. Let's go. Maybe. It sounds cool at least. Doesn't leave very many possibilities. I think you'd have a better idea than me. If she's not fallen, another possibility is... No, it is at odds with her appearance. Progeny like that aren't able to obtain halos. Right, normally they can't, but we don't have many cases to go by anyway. Where is this child currently located? Yes, Fiammetta. Kids out of Stionis Central Hospital. Fiammetta's tracing her. Apparently, it was one of the Hall's trainee executors who checked her in. Well, if Fiammetta wants you to order the Notorious Hall to cooperate, she's on her way there right now. Notorious Hall? Silver linings, am I right? He just wants an order to cooperate? Is Fiammetta alone going to be enough? You forget that big conference in the Basilica. Or you were more cautious than that, Valif? How much does this trainee executor know about the child? No way to be sure. Hospital describes him as just a conscientious guy who saw a lost child and did the right thing, at least when he admitted her. Not Fiammetta handle it for now. Yes, Your Holiness. Are you going to participate, Mustima? Not at the moment. While we are in Stionis Central, Fiammetta met the Sleepery, who used to be Pontifical Cohorts too. Likely made contact with the child, but according to the info Fiammetta sent back, it's not gone smoothly for her, whatever it was she wanted to do. But either way, she definitely used some apostate language. You stay in the Basilica then? Well, no need to jump the gun. But there's the whole shop in Latavano. Any issues with the envoy surviving? 2 detachments remain. Forecasts say they will arrive on time. Very good then. We'll wait a bit. Passia is sorry, we lost them. Forget it. We came to Parkus and forces on purpose. The crowds are massive here. And all the alleys. For what looks like a novice, the executor's got a surprisingly decent tent on the ropes. This is a massive wrench in the plan. Could she fall straight into an executor's hands? Must be fate, huh? Who could it be now? Oven? Things are getting tricky, Passia. Wonder if Owen is like the alpha unit of the side story. He does have very player character design, or playable design, I guess. But I also would love just Essel. I love Essel, my man. What? Are you calling to mock me for it? Not at all. Jokes are reserved to when things go without a hitch. I've got good news and bad news. Let Shiona hear first. You said you wouldn't joke. The bad news. Bad news is the letter and courier caught wind already, and they're officially sending someone to intervene. Guess who got tasked? Fiammetta. Bingo. I'm eager to hear what the good news could be. Good news is sus Fiammetta. Asim has been kept at the Basilica. That counts as good enough. But the news I want to hear is what you are doing right now. Real sharp of you, because Mustim has been left behind. And I have switched report times, which means I'm free right now. How's that? Jumping for joy? Not a chance in hell. Also, I'm warning you. Stop acting like you've got such a wealth of experience. I joined up with the guide long before you did. Alright, got it. I know I could never compete with your Miss Vita. Hey, don't hang up. Hold on, listen. I need you to hold Fiammetta off. What about you? I'll be fetching Cecilia. How are you planning to do that? Why don't you hold Fiammetta off and I fetch Cecilia? Ease up on the tempo, okay? You know exactly why. Besides, if you intercept Fear Matter, then no one's harmed even if you fail. If I go handle the Executor, chances I succeed are better than yours. Do you hate the Sancta, Pasha? What are you asking? Answer the question. I don't hate Sancta, but I hate the slippery put them up on an altar with absolutely no self-awareness. If you don't care about Sancta, then you will never know what makes them tick. What are you trying to say? You can get an Executor to hand Cecilia to you because he is Sancta? Just like that? You've got it all wrong. It is allow Sancta to sense each other, and better understand each other. That's not to say we all get to live in a happy hive mind. I'm very curious how the Sanctas actually work in the village and everything. For one, she mentioned hell. Maybe it is just very Christian, we have heaven and hell. But yeah, very curious to see basically the kind of religious ways somewhat compared to a hive mind, even if it's just a little bit. Emotional links, once that are a little too strong, can be a weakness at certain times. Sancta are just too accustomed to them. But once something abnormal happens to you, you get stuck with these tiny little doubts that crop up. Is that why you're on our side? On your side? Hi Crimson, how are you doing? Nah, Pasha, I'm not on your side. It's just going the same way by pure coincidence. Why would she then trust you to hand over the child, though? So are you hyped for, like, all the news for the Chinese anniversary? Owen, who were you on comms with? You really love rooftops, Mostima. Hey, you know, if I would have a view like this, I would get it. Same to you. All the Legati love a rooftop one, don't they, Irvin? Oh, I saw you this morning. Props to you for that one. That was you, huh? I thought I was staring at someone's rooftop planters. Oh, come on, don't I look good? It's the latest fashion in Victoria. It is? What I know is fashion doesn't mean dyeing your hair so it clashes with all of you. Man, Massimo is actually savage. You're such a Victoria file, Owen. Oh no, he is a weeaboo. It comes with the job. The glorious Legati demand a certain bearing. Well, I guess that's my job then. Aren't you curious why I went to see the old weirdo out of nowhere? It's a secret. I might just think Laterano. Stop. I don't wanna know. You don't? I was really hoping I'd get another helping hand. Instead of meeting up with your Matter, you're going to recruit him? Don't be like that, Valif. I'm devoted to you, heart and soul. Yeah, Not one more disgusting joke out of you, Urken Akiolas. You know it's serious if the full legal name is used. Come on, even I have feelings. Oh, that's the first I've heard of them. If you two have the time to chat, better spend it rewriting your reports. Is something wrong with my report? Guess how many seconds it took me to read it. And you can buy my word count if you matter. We've written 10k or so if you add us together. Yeah, if you matter 9,800 was about 200. I have you know I spent 5 hours scribbling away like a monk. Must have returned to Laterano more times than you had 2 facts in there. I wouldn't mind reducing your allowance to match it. I'm really worried, Owen. Funny for your thoughts, Mostima. What if Lemon ends up like Valef eventually? Oh no. Nothing worse than being a bureaucrat. You know how to paint a scary picture. I'm getting shivers. Seems you to have all the time in the world. Who wants the bossy bee? Don't you know? Yeah, that's right. I'm busy. In fact, it's about time I got going. Until next time, my dear Valef. I bring you some sure fingers. I just imagine it's some chocolate or something. I'm just stupid, okay? What are you looking at me for? I wasn't laughing. Oren Aregalis. Pray you do not fall into my hands. No foreshadowing for sure. Oh, let's go. That is the coffee machine. Senora Fiammetta, as is already on his way back to the hall, if we could just ask you to wait a little longer. I bring you some tea, and I will say the overall sprite quality did improve like over the years. I mean, it's still a good sprite, but you can see that this is an early sprite for sure. But you know what? I love this man's smile. I'm fine. Do you personally know Esther? I do. He's a trainee under me. Oh, right. You can call me Michelle. How's this work? Anything dubious, ordinarily? Dubious? Does refusing to work overtime count? Man, he will never get promoted with a mindset like this. No real team player, SMH. He's always gone like a ghost the moment we clock out. But he's fairly good at his work. The spectacle training period's almost over too, and he should be picking up a good score. I can't wait for him to throw this all the way for a girl. Don't really mind him skipping overtime though. He's a kid. Let him have his easy days. Once he gets onto field work, there's no line between on or off duty. Bring up his position. I feel really so suspicious of Esther. I trust him well enough at this. Huh? No. Oh, no. He really isn't moving for the Notorious Hall at all, huh? What's he doing? Let me see. With this orientation, he's heading back to Stavros. Senora Fiammetta. Wait, if he really was up to something, he wouldn't leave his locator on. Just give this some thought, please. There's also the possibility this marker's a decoy. If he was faking the marker, then his decoy would be walking on back to the Notorious Hall like it should. I don't think he's always the smartest tool in the shed. Senora Fiammetta, please, put your trust in the Notorious Hall's executors. I'm not saying I don't trust him. I work here too. Call it clearing him of suspicion. Oh, we've lost the signal. You only just now remembered Esther? Still so young. But if it was off to begin with, I wouldn't have defended him. Fine luck, you little brat. I don't know what your plans are, but it is his deed, his to bear. Getting some education from you can't do him bad, Senora Fiammetta. It's the man. Welcome back, Federico. Thank you. You frantic stay in Stavros today, wouldn't you say? Was there a complication with the body? I guess the whole show breezed right by you. Body's fine. The Ecclesia Requiem has it now. Oh. Don't you want to ask what show? You know, not his coffee. He did his job. It's time to clock out. What show? Never mind. Forget I said anything. Okay, don't be like that. Don't be like, hey, have you heard the news of today? What everyone's talking about in the office? Wait, you haven't? You don't want to ask what it is, and then go like, you know what? It's not important. I hate this man. But know that for your ladies that it will want why, hasn't it? There are other options. Like what? Michelle Colombo. Require that you access Ferola Porter's travel logs. I'm never gonna get used to the way you speak. I can give them a look up. I just want you to know I'm not writing your report. I will submit an application and report in accordance with follow-up investigation procedure. What the hell is up with this Halo that it has like the mechanical part going on? I mean, it's also like blackish. Sure, okay. Let's see. To be fair, I feel like a lot of songs that there's different wing styles and everything going on. They are very varied ways in a sense. Huh? Did you find something? That's a curiosity. Come look at this. How long do you plan on following me? Stop the act. I've had more and more eyes on me since the moment I stepped out of the hall. You people should learn how to spy a little more subtly. What can you do? They're not from service backgrounds. They haven't been trained for long. They're doing great for where they're at. Well, this is not a job for a newbie though. Unpretending, Parshia. As long as they don't get in my way, I don't intend on bothering you. Look, we have our past. Let me give you a word of advice. No matter who you've seen, who's directing you, what you plan to do, it's still not too late to pull back. Who's directing me? And who's directing you, for your matter? Don't make an enemy of the Lateran Courier, Parshia. And if I said my goal was to be an enemy of the Lateran Courier? I can still act as though I've never heard that. You're the same as before, aren't you? You protect anything and everything. Just for a tiny bit of friendship. Hey, you know, community is important. You want to belong to people. Shame I'm not who I used to be. You can act like you didn't hear, but I can't act like I didn't see it. Alright, time to stroll.
안심해. 금방 돌아올 거야.
Maybe you can just wait for the man. This would be a great place to just put him.
적절한 마디에 같이 연주할게요.
Honestly, this should be kind of super easy to defend at least. If only I had a DP, man. Oh, the shield costs like 32. Well, we want to probably save that spot for her.
조심히 움직일게요. 화재에 주의해주세요.
But it kinda turns out... Guess I might... I mean, what if we go all Creed? How much can you block? It's 3. Okay, that is good.
화재에 주의해주세요.
You know, just double down on damage. While this unit is holding ammo, attacks inflict a burn. Oh, that is rude. I guess you can be back up here. If something goes super wrong. Oh, you're not walking forward. Fuck you. Fuck you personally. Oh, my man is taking a lot of damage. Right, that kinda worked out, I guess. I guess we can do this at least. Man. Oh fuck. Maybe this team cannot handle this. I need to invest in them and get wall. I feel. Yeah. Yeah, this is true, but whip. I don't think I could even change anything better on the setup at this point with what I have. That burn was just too strong. Okay, let's just use my overpowered team.
안 쎄.
Time for the nuclear bomb against the coughing baby.
출발! 박사, 적과 조우했다.
Probably should. I'm too used to still put down murder, but I probably should have just put down this man.
전황은 명확하다.
실력 발휘해볼까?
결단을 내려 얼음과 눈이 녹아 사라지되 우연히도 생각 내 놈들은 잘못된 길을 의심치도 않았고
No, it's I feel like small difference deficiency.
벨로큰 실력 발휘해볼까?
Might as well. You know what? We need Reese for sure.
몬스터, 좌표에 도착했다.
I love bullying the enemies for no reason. But you know, they deserve it. They know what he did.
다음에는 휠체어에 비행 실력 발휘해볼까?
Honestly, I got you now. Might as well use you.
연민을 모르는 법. 최적의 내 발톱을 진찰해줄 거다.
얼음과 눈이 녹아
Yeah,
사라지되
내가 당신의 보고를
back to realizing this.
생각해본 적 있어?
I think this is where I basically died with the Lithuanian team. And this time I'm not even getting burn on me, because I once that beforehand.
la destreza de Iberia.
Okay, I still don't get why they chose the soundtrack for Latavano. Maybe it will makes more sense once I know what's up with the child. And having this feels good. Thank you, Lapland. We are almost there. Cecilia, you know these streets. I've seen these houses before, but there's a lot of the same houses. That you just moved here recently? Now, I've been living in this wardrobe for all my life. Move? I don't remember moving. Sorry, Mr. Esther. I always took me outside at night. Worlds look different in the dark. I'd like to sneak peeks out the window to see what it's like outside. So I think I can do it. I'll try. It's okay, Cecilia. We'll find it. I haven't reached the place I met you yet. Huh? Sorry. I was looking at the houses. I didn't see you. Aren't you the girl who fainted and went to the hospital this morning? Are you alright now? Oh, it's you. She's fine. Say, did anyone come looking for her? I stayed on watch until noon, but nobody showed up. It's strange. What are her parents up to? Celia, she lives right around here. You sure you've never seen her? I definitely remember seeing such an adorable little girl. Suppose I don't need to stand around here wearing my hat off anymore. Actually, going to talk to the neighborhood hall isn't the worst idea. This family just moved in here. I'll be sure to have records. Oh, lucky. That's Paula right there. Senora Paula, over here. What's the matter? I'm running back to the hall right now, so let's walk and talk. Have you had any new households move in recently? Of course, Maeve. But how recently are you talking? Do you remember roughly when you moved in, little miss? It didn't just move. We've been living here a really long time. Huh? Little lady, can I have your name? I'm Cecilia. That doesn't make sense. Been working here for over a decade. You moved in a long time ago. Man. Just illegal aliens in my country, SMH. Cecilia, do you know your mama and papa's names? Mama's name is Fioria. What? Fioria, the one on Via Terriatius? Doesn't Fioria live alone? Where did she get a child as big as you? But looking at you, you do bear a strong resemblance. That's odd. Legitimate? Really? Cecilia, when you say you've been living here long, you mean your mama? Yes. You're looking for your mama? Yeah, I want to find mama. Well then, senor, you must be Fiora's relative or the like. Have you been fostering this girl out in the country? You've brought her to see her mother? I saw this coming. I wonder she'd always avoid any introductions. Such a cold child all this time. Excuse me, senor? Are you alright? We just about made it while we were talking. Your house is right there. Should I knock on the door for you? 7265 Via Terratius. Huh? Oh, you know the address then. Yes, I do. Mr. Essel, what's wrong? That look on your face. I'm fine, Cecilia. Let's get your home for now. Come on, let's go. The name. Ever since finding Cecilia, the surprises have come so fast. It slipped my mind to even ask her, what's your mama's name? You know, maybe would have been a good start. I don't know. The name. An ill mother, white-clothed executor, people in gowns. How do I tell Cecilia? Where do I take her to find her mama now? Yeah, Liebevi, are you out to abduct the Sancta girl? You are Liebevi. Why are you protecting a Sancta girl? Because, you know, she's just an innocent girl? I'm protecting the commandments of Laterano. Commandments? None of the Sancta's commandments ever actually apply to Liebevi. Fiammetta, do you seriously believe Lateran and Liebevi are part of Laterano? What makes us not? I was born here. I grew up here. Listen, do you know what you're even saying, Partia? Of course I know. You're the one who hasn't got it straight. Liebevi, living Laterano, all take Lateran commandments as guiding principles. We believe in Lateran teachings. We see Sancta as living miracles. Firearms, commandments, halos, empathy. Suppose they're all Sancta miracles, sure. But do they have a single thing to do with Lateran Liebevi? Why do the Liebevi have to believe in a miracle that will never ever come to us? All of Laterano, all of the Lateran Church belongs to nobody except the Sancta. Do you still not understand, Fiammetta? You seriously believe you've become part of them? Oh. Too easy, man. Don't abuse your own dogs. Wood. That is a dirty way to fight. Looks like you're not so staunch after all. Fiammetta. Think it over carefully. I'm begging you. I told you before. I came from Iberia. Do you know what it's like there? I can tell you. A lot of Iberians are even more devout than the Laterans. What did they get for it? The people of Iberia have their fantasies of Laterano, thousands of miles away. That I can understand. But why are the Lateran Liebevi right there within reach, and still so delighted to give the lies to this bunch of Sancta partying about in their own closed of golden age of forever. Why, dear matter? Tell me. You... Get out of the way. Missing my path, aren't I? You have your views, Parshia, and I have mine. Then tell me. Explain it. Why would you rather chase something you will never reach? Why aren't you willing to give even one look behind? I don't know what you're talking about. Besides, is a smattering of words on me really going to change your mind? If someone's views are so easy to change, then they can't be worth that much to begin with. Get out of the way. I know you're only here to stall me, but you know you can't hold me. We both have work to do. Your companions are practically no different from any civilian. Do you want them paying the price for you? We don't, Parshia. So get out of the way and save us both the effort. You're home, Cecilia. I don't have the key. I can get in. Mr. Aslan, can you? Are you really okay? Do you feel bad? I've been looking down for a while. I'm fine. Let me get the door open. I mean, you know, all things considered, this is a very nice place. For just single sick woman living here, more or less. Why did the lady just now say you actually knew our address? Cecilia, do you recognize this firearm? Is this Mama's guardian gun? Mr. Essel, why do you have Mama's gun? I'm sorry, Cecilia. Sorry for what? I don't really understand. You know where Mama is, don't you? Yes, I do. I'm sorry, Cecilia. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm apologizing either. I'm sorry. Cecilia, your mother passed away. She's not here anymore. If she's not here, where's she then? What does passed away mean? I remember this morning, Mama said she was going somewhere and she couldn't take me with her. Did you go there with her, Mr. Esser? Can you take me there too? Just once, just for a little bit. I won't be selfish. I listen to Mama. I won't stay there and say I won't leave, so... Can you let me see Mama one more time? I haven't said goodbye to her yet. What's happening? Why is she crying, Asa? Just what did you do to a poor little girl? I think you did the right thing. Who are you? Hold on, that uniform? You're a legatus? Very sharp eyes, Senor Asa. By order of His Holiness the Pope, I'm here to take Cecilia to the Basilica. Oops, forgot to introduce myself. My name's Oren Agialis. If you want to check my identity, no harm in using your regulation terminal from the hall there. Oh no, forget it too. You turned it off, didn't you? How did you find this place then? Senor Asa, you underestimated Legatus. You thought your movements would be hard to track? Or did you think you were so thorough you left zero trace along the way? Your Excellency, if you're going to take Cecilia away, can I at least ask you a few questions first? You're funny, senor. You think I have to answer what you ask? I'm not such a cruel man, so shoot. Just who is Cecilia? Was she born a fallen angel? Colorful imagination, Essen. But it's not as mysterious as you think. Cecilia's mixed blood, that's all. What? That's not possible. A Sancta's mixed blood child can't be a Sancta. There are very few cases of Sancta mixing blood with other races. That's not fair enough to alarm the Lateran Courier. You know the reason perfectly well then. Offspring of Sancta and other races don't become Sancta. Sancta and Feline's child turns out feline. The Sancta and Fortis child turns out forte. Mixed Sancta offspring don't get the halo and wings of light when they say their first word, but they can't empathically sense other Sancta. To put it simply, you won't have any of the Sancta's distinguishing features without exception. That's a generally accepted wisdom anyway. Cecilia is an exception. He's a Sancta who shouldn't have turned out as one. My second question is, should Cecilia is taken to the Basilica? That is the sentence. How the Lateran Courier will tweet her. I don't know. Don't give me that look, Esse. If I was going to lie to you, I'll feed you a much kinder one, no problem. But the reality is what you see. Cecilia's an exception. I couldn't tell you how the Pope is going to handle this. It's fine, we're just gonna lock her away forever. But this Holy Father of ours, I don't know what impression you have of him, but well, at least, as I'm given to understand, he's not known to use extreme methods. And look at how cute Cecilia is. How hard-hearted would someone have to be to harm her, right? Third question. I cannot entirely trust your answers. I wish I accompanied Cecilia to the Basilica. Is that a question? It's more a request. Maybe it's a question if you follow this request. Sorry, but that's the one question you'll have to forgive my answer on. Oren, what are you doing here? Now that's awkward.
물에 고정된 형태가 없듯 전쟁에도 정해진 형태가 없다고 하였습니다. 이토록 비범한 전술과
Yeah, that was a genius move for this like low level stage. Thank you, Soli. I needed a bit of placing. He has many followers, and among them, Sarkas and Lippevi are in the majority. Between them, there's no division, but father recognition as fellow fathers and sisters. Oh, Fiammetta, Seems like you're in a bit of a mess. None of your business. No need to get worked up. Get to sit down for a cup of tea. Enough of your jokes. Why are you here? Osttima never mentioned you were our support. Well, Valeth didn't give me an official order either. And personally, I'm more than willing to help, yeah? Osttima says there's another group after the little girl, and you've already run into them, is that right? More or less. After I heard from the notarial hall that Esse cut his signal, I figured he might get intercepted. He were to get caught out by the enemy, he'd end up losing the girl, no? I don't get why Osttima isn't here to help you, but if she's pinned down, I figure I'll be doing her a favor. After all, it's not every day I get the opportunity to have the two of you in my debt. A few hopeless stragglers can stop me. A cautious crew sails for 10,000 years, Fiammetta. Olive's going to have a hold over you at this rate. Oh, that's a Yanese proverb. In other words, safety is sport of caution. Stop trying to show off, Owen. You're so annoying when you talk like that. Why, I love when the Veep comes out and like goes, have you read The Art of War? I'm not kidding. I at least got to express my goodwill. The rest is up to you. Or do you perhaps need my escort to you, my sweet Fiammetta? No need. Goodbye, Owen. Executor Esse, hand over the girl. It is in your best interest to comply. You know, at this point, you know, you cannot fault the man to be a bit cautious. He got approached by like 3 different parties for the girl. Your name is Fiammetta, right? Signora Fiammetta, I have a request. Let's see it then. No sudden movements. There's no telling how I might react. I know it was suspicious of me to go against Vichel's orders and turn off my terminal, but... Believe me, I haven't betrayed Latavano. The reason I didn't follow the Hall's exact orders was because I didn't want anything to happen to Cecilia. And I made a promise to her. You know, you are actually a good guy, yes? And how is that my problem? Please just let me accompany you to the Basilica with Cecilia. If the Lateran courier wants an explanation for the situation, won't it be more convenient to have me around? Look ahead of yourself. If you think you'll be able to influence how this courier will handle the situation, you'll want to disabuse yourself of that. Going one step further, if you're thinking you could take the girl away if you don't like what the Lateran courier plans to do with her, not gonna happen. Not in your wildest dreams. I wouldn't dare. I'm well aware of the Basilica's gun knights. I'm a Lateran executor after all. I was concerned before because I didn't know what was happening with Cecilia, or exactly who was after her. All I understand, I will comply with your arrangements. Alright. Your name is Cecilia? Can you walk? Yes, sir. Cecilia, I can carry you if you're too tired. I will carry her. You're too slow. Okay, Sonic. Mr. Essel, I... Don't worry, everything will be okay. Will it? Will it? You better promise that to her. Executor Essel Pastor went through 7265 via Terratius and Pakistanis this morning to verify identity. Record a will and retrieve a patterned firearm. Around noon, Essel appeared in Serenal Central Hospital, leading an 8-year-old Santa girl, departing in an unusual manner. President of Terratius Pakistanis Viola Porter died of illness this morning, and the body was moved to the Ecclesia Requiem. Only one individual is registered to it, and the census package also records only one individual residing there. An investigation of 20 years of maintenance records revealed that the basement had been added 7 years ago, with contracted documents indicating that the space would be for storage. This is a file photo of Viola Porter and surveillance footage of the girl that Essel took to the hospital. Must have already reached a conclusion about where the girl came from. Additionally, according to the report submitted by Essel this morning, Viola Porter did not leave a will or an advance directive. The reason is quite clear. She hoped to avoid contact with the notarial hall. Is it reasonable to infer that Viola Porter knew her time was short and sought to secure a future for her daughter? It is currently impossible to determine whether Essel is the object of Viola Porter's entrustment, but based on Essel's background, the probability is low. Combined with the information sent back by Fiammetta, the more likely trustee should be Astray. Ostima, is this the reason you stayed behind in the Basilica? Just temporarily. Don't be so uptight, well, Greenpuff. It is time for something sweet. The Pope gets it. Phew. Luckily, we went for the more conservative option. I've been awkward if your mother walked in on me getting rid of the notarial halls, man. Enough of your excuses. I'd avoid saying too much to that executor if I were you, because he is already on the guide's side. That's just one executor, Parshia. Things haven't gotten so out of hand that I need to get personally involved. Plus, I think that executor's concerns are simple enough. He found a pity within him to cause his heart to waver. Couldn't bear to see a sweet little girl suffer. Now that we understand him, it's only a matter of time until he comes over. No violence necessary. Only if Fiammetta hadn't shown up so soon. As to say, it's your fault for not stopping Fiammetta, Parshia. Just kidding. I do take pity on that one's luck. Also, the old thing is now very complicated. That's what happens when you get ahead of yourself. Is this too a trial given to us by the great and mighty Latavan? Are you a believer again? A true believer wouldn't say something like that. Those Sorge who treat hardships as trials to turn it all into a blessing from fate? There are quite a lot of believers like that around the two of you, aren't there? I take them over self-serving Sancta like you any day. So what's the plan now? When Cecilia gets to the Basilica, is she going to come out again? Do we have some way to take her? One step at a time, Parshia. What if we just bomb the whole city? Nothing could go wrong. We're talking about not wanting Cecilia to step foot in the Basilica. I'm even less inclined than you. But we haven't played all our cards, have we? Go tell Fiammetta, but not too... Go tail Fiammetta, but not too closely. What about you? I've got plenty on my plate. Just found out that someone's looking for me too. Reality isn't all it's made out to be, you know? I'm confiding trouble for me. I mean, I hope we're gonna get her out of here. Alright, looks like the next clue of the chain is clear. What do you plan to do? I will go to him. Even though I have no doubts about your strength, dealing with a well-connected Legatus will look pretty bad if you make something out of nothing. He's involved in this incident. You have to look into this precisely because he's involved, right? Sometimes I envy the way you see things. But what if he doesn't know anything? Need to investigate to be clear. That's true. In any case, the fact that the Legatus is involved at all warrants looking into. What I didn't expect is that Feoria, an ordinary and reclusive Sancta, would provide us with so many leads. An undocumented girl, a Legatus, and Xarkas. You're leaving? Nadine going to say goodbye? Well, alright then. Now that you're gone. Don't play me on. I can't stop Federico. I'll put in a report for you. That's about all I can do. Yippee. She's asleep. She's exhausted. You mentioned that you made her a promise. What was it? Would that help her find her mother? Her mother? Wait, did Muslim say in the message that her mother is... Yes, that. I saw the body with my own eyes in the back of the Ecclesia Requiem cells. Then, why'd you promise her that? I didn't know at the time. And then, did you tell her? I did, but at her age, I'm not sure she understands the concepts of passing on or death. Must have been tough for you. And don't look so upset. Don't think the Pope will treat a girl too harshly. Her name is Cecilia. You are Fiammetta. Plus Fiammetta is fine. Miss Fiammetta. I was thinking after Cecilia goes to the Basilica, will she ever come out again? Can't promise you anything. But the way I see things, all else aside, she has a halo. That makes her a Sancta. And when dealing with a Sancta, we must obey the commandments. Be it Lateran Curia or the Notarial Hall. At least that's what I believe. If she's undocumented. Is that really the main issue? Who knows? Might be possible to get her registered retroactively. But there's something wrong with Cecilia's halo. Not entirely sure how serious this whole mixed blood Sancta issue gets. But at least Legatus implied that Cecilia would be fine. A lot of foreign envoys have been gathering in Latavano lately, right? Esonius has been preparing a major summit. I can't help but worry that Cecilia will be a target for someone trying to stir up trouble. Sounds like you've really thought this one through. Coming from the other angle, what would the Lateran Curia do to prevent that from happening? Miss Fiammetta, I don't know if I should even be thinking about these things. I can just not think. It's easy. Turn all off thoughts, heads and deal, just enjoy ice cream. You have to pardon me for being blunt. But what's the point of worrying about all this? Is there any party of it you can actually control? I mean, realistically speaking, no, but it's still the right thing to look out for the girl, right? If you know that Cecilia's in danger, then you should also understand that for Cecilia, the Basilica is the safest place. You're right. Sorry, I fell asleep. Did we wake you? Oh no, I just... Esther, is it your stomach calling? But he had a busy day, okay? Want me to buy you a donut, Cecilia? A donut? Okay, thank you, Mr. Hassel. Oh, she's so happy. Don't worry, I'll go for it. I need a break. My arms are sore from carrying her around. There's no way I can handle her long term, alright? Don't do anything stupid, Esther. I've got my eye on you. You still don't trust me? Oh. And turn on your terminal. I'm not allowed to have it off. Yeah, I know. Mr. Hassel, the lady was so mean to you before. I'm scared. Don't worry, Cecilia. She's not a bad person. Mr. Hassel, can I go see Mama? Can't I even say goodbye to her? Well, we need to take you somewhere else first, so you can be safe. As for your Mama, I'll tell you about her later. Let me think about it first. Is that okay, Cecilia? Do you hear that? Hear what? Someone is singing. Let's see. Oh, you're right. Seems to be coming from that cotton candy car. I'm surprised you could hear it with all the noise from the street. You have really good hearing, Cecilia. It's because I recognize that song. Mama taught it to me. I can go off on my own, right? It's okay. We can go over there, but I can get a cotton candy car to come over here. Excuse me? Is someone calling us? You really like that song, don't you? Hey, there really is someone hailing us. How's it over there? If we can't get any info, let's at least make some money. Alrighty. Hello. Oh, hello, little girl. Would you like some cotton candy? Yes. We'll get 2. Actually, 3 sticks. This flavor here. This one here. And then the swirl. Is that alright? No problem. 3 sticks coming right up. Excuse me. What's the name of that song you were singing earlier? Mama taught me the same song, but never told me what it's called. Huh? Your mama taught you the song? Excuse me. The cotton candy. The cotton candy is coming out. I'm so very sorry. Just give me a moment. Hold on. The compartment's about to overflow. Let me help you. Sorry. Your hat. Your hat's caught. How? It's a circus. Wait, don't get the wrong idea. She's a Caprine. She's a circus. Miss! Your horns look just like Papa's. Are you also a circus? I love children. They're back on. I know. I'm Little Missy. You've got it all wrong. The circus is infiltrating the Tavano. Are you also after Cecilia? What happened, Esther? What's your matter? This particular individual is a circus. There's another sentence that I dare not say. Guess we have no choice now that it's come to this. Man. Poor Esther. It could have been such an easy birthday. You've got guts, I'll give you that. Man, she's not gonna get your cotton candy.
부정을 정화하고
find a Balisarius.
쫓아냅시다.
While the unit is holding ammo, attacks become long range and deal splash damage. Deals additional arts damage to Gelato stops. Good. So this is where this men are from. They're also, you know, somewhat annoying.
전황은 명확하다.
I guess you... Oh, that's not who I want. You can have this.
얘들아, 도와주러 왔어.
결단을 내
Get slashed.
정토를 더럽힌 것을
And then get...
후회하게 되리라.
We can get rid of this man already, probably.
아름다운 인간 사과야.
We actually deal relatively high amount of damage, not gonna lie.
Con incapacitarlos basta, ¿verdad?
결단을 눈 모든 것을 묻어버리기를 기다리도록 하지.
I guess we can put you like this.
다음에는 휠체어에 비행 추진
And
장치를
maybe actually put a healer somewhere.
형태 변경 중. 말해.
But yeah, I might have to realize it again.
잘 부탁해.
As you can be here.
邊個敵人追我近，我哋會
No, my Myrtle.
정토를 더럽힌 것을 후회하게 되리라.
Non serve trattenersi. Una volta spiegato un segreto. Non c'è nulla da nascondere.
Easiest video game of all time,
최적의
as
포스터.
always.
얼음과
But yeah, I guess
녹아
maybe it doesn't really have a specific gimmick. Maybe I guess you will see maybe the gelato cards at some point, but I wouldn't say it's really a stage gimmick. But I do recognize some of those bosses from my ass, and you know what? Their bombardment can be slightly annoying. I mean, look at my poor Myrtle. I also just realize Myrtle is such a good tank in a sense, which is spooky.
Esperando. Tus ataques entran dentro.
Has a feeling pretty neat.
Guarda, Zami.
Anyways, get wolfed.
Ho capito
My wolves.
subito chi sei.
They're trying to run. Not on my watch. I cover you. Run. Interesting. A pair of blocking an attack from a Sarkas. Neither of you is getting away. Esse, you stay put. Don't even think about... No, funny business. I know. The terminal's almost your matter. Trust me. All I care about is ensuring Cecilia's safety. Chance of plans. We can't stay here. Take Cecilia to the Basilica right now. It's more dangerous for us to stay in the open like this. Let's go, Cecilia. Huh? Aren't we going to the big statue? This is the wrong way. Taking a little detour. What's a detour? We gotta sightsee. Means we're going somewhere else right now. Ecclesia Requitium. Oh, he's gonna make it's something. It might be spooky to see her that warm like this, but maybe it's for the best. Sarkas. Learn to ask Miss Fiammetta for a favor after we reach the Basilica. Have a high-ranking executor look after her, or the Pontifical cohorts to protect her. And confirm that Cecilia poses no threat to Laterano. Let Cecilia see her mother Fiora one more time before she's interned. But Sarkas? Cecilia's father is a Sarkas, and she should also be a Sarkas. Yet she still has a halo. Might be dreaming. Cecilia was nothing more than another exception. But she's a Sarkas. How could a Sarkas with a halo be allowed to leave the Basilica? Even if the worst doesn't befall her. How would she ever be allowed to leave? I mean, Musitama's allowed to leave? I kinda assume she has something like that going on. Even if this gets me expelled from the Toy Hall, I have to try. Must bring Cecilia to the Ecclesia Requiem. And at least let her say goodbye. You can't run. She's gaining on us. What do we do? What do we do? We can shake her. This is all my fault. Libby is not going to let us get away. Run and hold her off. But hurry. Stand back. Anduin? You're not getting away again. Show yourself right now. Oh, while we're waiting, we can just have some nice cookies. I truly cannot understand why His Holiness would adopt such a kind of attitude towards Destiny. Can you tell me, Mustima? The two of you are well acquainted. I'm not gonna talk about that with you. That's awfully petty of you. I managed to keep him from killing me, only for you to very nearly do me in. Hard to forget something like that. And that's the reason you always wear a hat in front of me? Doesn't it get uncomfortable? I've been a legato for this long already. It's just a hat. And as for you, you should probably let sleeping beasts lie. Will you send me, Mustima? Tavano has always hated a Lateran courier to keep things going. That's always rubbed some people the wrong way. So I don't really care, you know, what are politics? I think we have a little misunderstanding. That few fallen angels remain in the church has nothing to do with the church itself, but rather the sancta nature of those fallen angels. My attitude may be a bit peculiar, but do not deem yourself an aberration. Considering the way you're talking to me, aren't you afraid I'll become one of those regular fallen angels? If that was a possibility, I wouldn't be talking to you that way in the first place. Fine, let's talk business first. Hence we are matter getting transferred. Nothing good's gonna come out of her sticking to me. Shouldn't you be asking her instead? Brought it up before, no good. And you think I'd have a better shot? Looks to me like the convenient part of power is you get to ignore what other people want. True, I guess that's how power works. There's a price to be paid for that. Let's see it. Where do you want Fiammetta transferred? Shotzi was my escort. Are you guys not curious to what needs escorting? Of course, there's some who think she's a warden or jailer to a fallen angel like me. And they don't know the first thing about Fiammetta. I'm just the bait she's using to get at Anduin. I'm sure she'd be terribly hurt if she heard you say that. Alright, I'll try saying it another way. The bait is the lock and key I'm carrying on my back. And what's wrong with letting Fiammetta do as she pleases? She can get rid of Anduin or even capture him, bring him back to the Basilica. I'd be very pleased. Are you saying that even the two of you together can catch Anduin? Not necessarily. As long as Anduin is still fixated on the lock and key, he can't escape. But, let me think. What if Anduin has already found another path? What really sucks is I've moved on. Lemon has moved on. Maybe Anduin has moved on. But Fiammetta's still trapped in that rainy night 8 years ago. There's no way I could bring that up with Fiammetta. And it's times like these where I start to miss that good old empathy. Oh wait, Fiammetta is a Liberi anyway. Wouldn't do me any good. Oh, this conversation sure brings me back. What? Are you here to share the wisdom of one who's walked that path? If you allow me to exercise my authority as an elder. By all means. Do you remember what you said to me 8 years ago? I don't want to ruin the moment we're having, but... Sorry, Your Holiness, I can't say that I do. It was no, I still have things to do and people to protect. Whereas impression of me is making my skin crawl. You weren't willing to let me choose for you, so why? Now do you need to choose for Fiammetta? Each must find her own path. She must find it, and then traverse it. Well, this is my same answer to you. We're almost there, Cecilia. But this must be kind of far away from this. At least Latavano felt like this big city, right? And this feels like countryside out of nowhere. I'm sorry I'm so slow, Mr. Hesse. The sun's about to go behind the mountain. You're doing a great job. Even though we can't use public transit, we're almost off the plate. If I were as strong as Miss Fiammetta, wouldn't have to work so hard. It's okay. Actually, Mama took me out once and we went somewhere far, far away from home, just like here. But won't Miss Fiammetta find out that we sneaked out here? If she's only looking for my terminal signal, then hopefully that will buy me a little bit of time. The important thing is that we're here. Is this where Mama went? Cecilia, I've been thinking about how to explain this to you for a long time. Your Mama is here, but she's also not. I have no way of letting you see your Mama again. But at least you'll be able to say goodbye to her here. Mr. Hesse, I don't think I get it, what you're saying. She's here, but she's also not. Does it mean she went somewhere else? Where did she go? That's a very deep question, child. Let's head in first. There's a nice small church. Before my father passed away, he always hoped there would be nothing but smiles at his funeral. That we'd see no tears, but if I may believe what your esteemed father truly wished for you not to fall into grief over his passing, whether to tears or laughter. If that's your way of sending him off, I'm sure he will gladly accept your sentiments. Thank you, Senor Pyrus. Allow me to accompany you around the flower fields outside. Mr. Hesse, that lady also said that her father passed away. Yes, people who pass away all come here. People who are alive come to send them off. And after that, they carry on the wishes of the person who passed away. Continue on with life. And what about the people who passed away? What do they do? Are they gonna turn into worm feet? Maybe. They're watching us from up high in the sky. So we won't be able to see them again because they went into the sky. Cecilia, this is for you. This is Mama's guardian gun? Yes. My Mama and Papa were both executors within the Toyo Hall. Didn't see them much when I was little. It was my Nonno who raised me. Nonno really loved his gun. He'd tell me stories about his younger days every time he polished it. He told me about the battles he fought, his friends, how he met my Nonno, and the embarrassing things my Papa did as a kid. When I saw my Nonno's gun, I would think back to the stories he told me. Later, my Nonno passed away. I was only a little older than you are now. The executor from the Notorio Hall came and took away his guardian gun. Just like how I was supposed to take away your Mama's gun. As I slowly crouches down and places Fiora's gun in Cecilia's hand, lowers her head and looks at her mother's patterned firearm. As I gently hold Cecilia's hand, warm drops of water fall into the embossed floral pattern of the patterned firearm's grip, collecting into a little pool in the young girl's palms. Mr. Hesse, why am I crying? I water the plants in the backyard every week, just like my Mona had taught me. When they blossomed, I was very happy and called for him to come and see. It was only when I called to him that I realized he wasn't there anymore. I would never see my Nonno again, or his gun. No, my man. Death is the last goodbye you will ever say to someone. But to say goodbye is to overcome death. For there to be a goodbye, goodbye. The living must move forward, while the dead stay behind. A goodbye is a longing that the living have for the dead. This proof that the dead lived. And that is why you must say goodbye. Yeah, I would say I will do one more stage and then we can finish this probably, hopefully tomorrow. Now we get it. Okay, we do the tutorial and one stage. Also, I'm curious. We do get him. Let's go. I love my man. He's probably garbage, but I love my man. Gelato stop. Both allied and immunes will fight for control. Oh, it's just those things. Yeah, I mean, that should be very straightforward then. Desert
빨리
Hours.
도망치는 게 좋을 거예요.
These are our Latavano exclusive Gelato stops, able to continuously restore SP to surrounding operators. Valiant! Sending Gelato stops vicinity lets me use my skills even faster.
너무 느려.
Careful. These are the Pathfinder Shock Force. They prioritize attacking Gelato stops. Deal extra damage to them. That's rude. Stop my ice cream. I guess you're gonna show me what happens if they... Yeah. After Gelato Stop is destroyed by the enemy, it will deal arts damage to surrounding allied operators and also stun them. And on the flip side, if all allied units defeat opposing Gelato Stops, it will deal arts damage to and stun all surrounding enemies.
괜찮아요. 나을 거예요.
I'm sure we'll get there. But when do I get to place my units game? After Gelato Stops go to a brief intermediate state, the function is normal again. But hasn't its color gone a little off? Correct. After being destroyed by the enemy, Gelato Stops will restore SP to enemies instead. After obtaining SP, enemies can use their skills again right away. This is awful. We have to capture the Gelato Stop back. Don't worry, our reinforcements have arrived.
난 저기 보이지만 너희를 위해서
What is your range like?
가장 비싼 곳에 방 잡아놨으니까
Guess we
맘 놓고
can do
푹
this.
쉬다
Some of the Pathfinders are equipped with special ammo skills. Whenever you possess special ammo, they'll use their skills.
가. 나쁘지 않. 로큰롤.
I think we should be fine. It's time to get our cool blue ice cream. Don't even know what flavor that would be.
70% 정도의 힘이면
But hey, you got stunned, Boso. And now we wait awkwardly.
지시에
Oh
따르겠습니다.
yeah, you have awful range. There we go.
응? 몇 명 놓친 줄 알았는데 아닌가 보네.
Okay, let's do this one, and then I will hit the hay. Okay, I will not... Yeah, I will kinda hit the hay. That's a straightforward map at least. It's also the only stamina I need to use, which is great, because I went to a lot of my sanity already. But I need to watch out how much I actually play this week, huh? I guess we can go over to the one for next week, but you know, I guess at some point comes maybe a week where we'll play less. That's a spooky thought. With fair, I guess going to side stories will eat less sanity than it was going to the main story by doing the challenge stages at the same time. But yeah, I still need to sink some into the event. And some other farms. Look, Corbel, did he pull an all-nighter? He's back. I saw it, and I couldn't have been anyone else. That light, it was on Doyen's arts. Ah, so that's why you vanished in a puff of smoke yesterday afternoon. Came to you directly, though? It wasn't there for me. I was bringing the mixed blood girl back to the Basilica. Bumped into a Sarkas. Sarkas? Now of all times? And broad daylight on the streets of La Tavano too? That's right. I went after the Sarkas and told Essel to take the girl back to the Basilica. Chased the Sarkas all the way to the edge of Parkus Faber. But Undyne covered her with his arts and she got away. As for Essel, I thought he'd have made it to the Basilica by the evening. But he never made it. This terminal was stuck to the bottom of a vehicle transporting envoys. Ordwain is a good enough actor to fool you? I doubt he was acting. But it's true that I don't understand why he did it. Maybe Undyne kidnapped him too? No matter, I think you really ought to calm down a little. I'm calm when I've been in the last 8 years. None of you ever told me what happened the day after I left. It was a simple mop-up mission, and it wasn't so much better than we expected. All I did was answer a call for backup, left the rest of you for 4 hours. By the time I got back to the ruins, it was all too late. Already told you everything I could. What exactly did he get from the lock and key that gave him the nerve to do that to Lemon? I'll tell you if I could, but I don't know myself. Fiammetta, this is La Tavano, not on Basilica. You aren't running around ruins in the wilds of Castle anymore. Need to get some rest, Fiammetta. How about I help you apply for some leave? We don't use the annual leave, it just expires. Are you serious? Man, at least you get paid out, right? The conference is in 2 days, and Undyne poured a Sarkas here to La Tavano to kidnap a mixed blood Sancta girl. Might have even attacked an executor. I really left my guard down this time. The Sarkas clearly knew her way around Parkus Faber. Must have infiltrated La Tavano a long time ago. What is that maniac planning this time? I'm serious, calm down. Bergman's already heard about the Stray, so has Valif. I was working in the Basilica yesterday too. Not that I like to think of meetings as work. In any case, La Tavano is really not in as much danger as you think. Undyne's just a Sancta. It's not a monster with 6 eyes and 4 arms. I really want to take him on. We'll lie down for 2 hours. We'll talk to Lemon after that. Looks like you're not completely out of it just yet. Did you get enough rest last night? I'm very well rested. Thank you for taking us in, senor. The glass Victium's doors are always open, as long as you don't find it too depressing. After all, both the living and the dead visit this place. Given the circumstances, we're fortunate enough to have a roof over our heads. Speaking of which, where is Cecilia? The girl you brought with you? Her sisters told me that she slept very well last night. She must have been exhausted. She's had a long day. Mr. Essel, Mr. Fire, good morning. Good morning, Cecilia. You're full of energy today. Yeah, we have stuff to do. I asked Mr. Fire to help me with something. He told me that he has a ceremony for the family of the dead to say their goodbyes. I want to say goodbye to Mama. We'll hold a funeral for Miss Feoria. I see, a funeral. It's both a way to pay the dead our respects and for us to find closure. I know where closure is. Have you heard of Wolf's Island? I help you, Cecilia. Allow me to thank you again, senor. No, not at all. It's my honor, actually. There's nothing more beautiful than finding the courage to take that step forward. She's still young, already she's saying farewell to a loved one. Not many cold men can handle the journey she is about to take. May I come in? Oh, it's you, at last. Please come in. She's here. Oh. Eh? It's a singing cotton candy lady. It's, man, you. Put your gun down. This is a heartfelt reunion. It's no different from the countless emotional meetings that have taken place across the land. I knew it. It's you. Cotton candy lady. I didn't get to talk to you yesterday. Actually, really wanted to, but don't know why. Everyone started to fight. Your horns look just like Papa's. So pretty. I wish I had horns like Papa too. I'm jealous. Meanie? But your hair is very pretty. It's so bright that I sometimes can't sleep at night. Man, that does actually sound very inconvenient. Perhaps we read storybooks though? Cotton candy lady. Are you from the same place as Papa? Why can't Papa live in the city? Why aren't there other Sarkas in Altavano? Oh, my name is Cecilia. Hello, Cecilia. Call me Marcella. Fire. Why is there a Sarkas here? Sarkas? No Sarkas have ever been allowed to set foot in our holy Lateran city. But then, what is Cecilia? Let's go, give them some space. What are you people trying to accomplish? You're only seeking our path forward. Good morning, guide. Salutations, guide. May God bless you and keep you, guide. We call you their guide. I don't presume to be any sort of guide or leader. You won't call me by name, Andrine. Huh. If being a leader helps my brothers and sisters feel at ease and points them in a direction, then I'm willing to serve as their guide. That's all. I hope that's all it is. I know what you're thinking. The mastermind of a heretical cult, lurking in the shadows of Latavano to lead its citizens astray. A man plotting a shocking conspiracy during this important conference that the city spends so much time to prepare. No, we wish only to open the doors. To those who are rejected, harmed, insulted, and desecrated. The Ecclesia Requiem will open its doors to them all. But both you and I are ancients. They are not. The sacred cathedrals and churches of the Sancta have no place for them. Look at this old man. The earth is hammering away at the coffin. He lost his family, his friends, his land and his home during the war. What does he have to rely on, to believe in? Where can he find comfort and salvation? After a long journey, he made his way here to Latavano, land of peace and radiance he heard about from passing travelers. What did this place offer him? How did the glorious Lateran city treat this foreigner who had long been a toy of its cruelty? Did the Caprina woman watering their herbs? He was pointed a whore and a blasphemer for offending a noble, only barely escaping her home and was set alight. All she wanted was peace and quiet, or if fate would allow her a bit of luxury, a brief moment of leisure and joy every now and then. Do you think the saints in the Basilica will think her their sister? But these men and women, our glorious Latvian citizens might perhaps offer them a sympathetic smile, perhaps even passionately hear their voice, maybe even open up their wallets to show their kindness and virtue. Yet to the Sancta, all of this will always be somebody else's problem. As for the Sarkas, the cursed devils, the crafty devils, the devils have never had a choice. Our hatred of them has lasted thousands of years. For as long as history books go back, the Sancta and the Sarkas have been slaughtered in one another. The origin of this conflict is long gone. Our mutual hatred has become common sense. Father and son slay father and son, sisters murder sisters. The Sarkas attacked Sancta caverns for sport, while the Sancta shoot the Sarkas enemies to the chest with greatest pride. We are only ever concerned with how we see them, yet we are never interested in how they see us. Vengeance for vengeance grew into custom. Those customs eventually became tradition. Honestly, I'm very interested where this whole storyline goes with now. I mean, I know that Lifelian will be intertwined with this, So either we can do the thing where we split the faith. Maybe we're gonna have Martin Luther equivalent, but I'm also not sure how true that is. But it's gonna be interesting. I mean, there was also wars between like German-speaking countries like Austria and that, then where like Italy kinda broke off of them, right? So, you know, it's gonna be interesting to see where this goes, especially if we get introduced to something like this. But if you're willing to spend the night with them under the same roof, you will find that their joys and sorrows are no different from ours. They rejoice when reunited, they weep when one passes, they tease their friends, they grow bashful when they fall in love. Some of them love drink, others love song, some of them even choose to dedicate their lives to their faith. Are they any different from us? Latavano, even the most devoutly believe friars who carefully follow the church's teachings, would beautifully carry out their task in each ceremony, even those who are made saints and created cardinals. The church has never truly accepted them. The Liberi are only there to lend a helping hand. They are tools to be used in the church's day-to-day affairs. They don't have halos, which means they aren't chosen. They aren't sancta. Latavano is a place of peace and beauty, a place full of joy and laughter. But only we are deserving of this grace. What you're saying is apostasy. Young executor, let me ask you, why? Why are the Sancta the only ones allowed happiness? I know who Cecilia is. We've known for years. She's a child of a Sancta in the Sagas. If Grace actually existed, she would be it. They're trying to kidnap Cecilia now because of the conference? I mean, I feel like it's not because of the conference, but because, you know, God's mom died, right? What else are they supposed to be doing? We are not concerned with the conference at all. We came to take Cecilia now because as a child, she should be by her mother's side. As soon as we are done with what we came here for, we will leave Latavano. What are they trying to accomplish? You seem very tense. First things first, we must hold a funeral for Cecilia's mother. Do you see the place up ahead with all the flowers? That's where the gravesite is. Tomorrow, that's where Feroya will be buried. If all are equal when they pass, then so should they be when they live. Come out. Executor Federico. Excellency, if I may ask, did you provide the Sarkas with a path to infiltrate Latavano? If indeed you did, I will be required to take you into the relevant tribunal of the Lateran Curia for questioning. Must we make things so difficult between us? I suggest you cooperate with the notarial hall. Should you resist arrest, regulations stipulate that I can and will temporarily suspend your rights as a Lateran citizen. How exactly do you explain this encounter of ours with canon laws and teachings? Should we interpret it as a test? Does it mean we have lost our way? Or perhaps losing our way is part of the test? It is clear that you are resisting arrest. Unfortunately, this encounter will not be resolved peacefully. It's time to beat them up brutally.
부족하다고? 괜찮아.
아니,
내
das-
머리 위 형광등이 나아갈 길을 비춰줄 거니까. 뭐 안 사라진다면 말이지.
On one hand, I do like the idea of also more slashes thinking about it.
모두 계산대로다. 우연히도 선배님들 정토를 더럽힌 것을 후회하게 되리라.
Also just love all the DP we're swimming in. Hey, thank you for the wait, Musty. Funny enough, I think I'm also gonna stop soon, but hey, short stream. How was your stream? I should have... This is kind of awful placing. But I must say, very good side story so far. I love Essel, my man. I can't wait to actually get him and never use him, but I love my man.
No llevará mucho.
Imagine this man thinking he'll be safe standing in this corner of the map.
비행 추진 장치를 달아볼까? 다들 이쪽으로 와!
So it's always good. That is the most important part after all.
형태 변경 중. 말해. 비행 소식 확인.
I mean, I don't know how it ends. I'm like halfway at this point, kinda. But I could understand. It's very highly, for sure. V-Stream Streak, let's go!
Entendido.
실력 발휘해볼까?
Also, I did decided to not get a visit there. Say hi to my Lapland. I'm really hungry and really tired. You should eat something and then probably sleep, I guess. To be fair, didn't you still stream like fucking 9 hours? You are a madman. I love fear. Tell me more. Oh, be careful with the candle. Don't get burnt. Ah, can't mess up the shape. It won't look pretty. I need to make it look nicer for Mama. Right, I've told you a lot already. It's all boring adventures in the same old day-to-day life as for Castle and Legends. It's kind of embarrassing to say, but none of us have ever been. Man. I mean, fair. I think Latavaro is a good bit away from Castle. Cecilia, I love Cecilia. Fair. Castle is the Sarkas. Like what Latavaro is to Sancta, right? It's the Sarkas' homeland. I also like Quasella. I'm not sure how to feel about Quasella yet. Yeah, chats is out there. All I know is that Cecilia and Essel are precious. Everyone's gonna be very happy. There are cotton candy food trucks, right? And candy stores too. Oh, yeah, that's how Castle looks like. There are lots of happy Sarkas on the streets, all of them saying hi to each other. Maybe. Could be like that, one day. Why don't we talk about you instead, Cecilia? What are your Papa and Mama like? I don't actually know. I haven't seen Papa that many times. Every time we went to see him, Mama did a lot of work to prepare. We always left at night. Walked very far to the forest. We met him in the forest. He wore a big cape. Like he heard to us from somewhere far away, man. Fucking racism, while they still did just the same thing, SMH. Don't actually remember what he looks like very well, but I remember his horns. They're black and straight, and they twinkle bright under the moonlight. He took me by my hand and walked around in the forest. He told me the names of the trees and how old they were. I did not like him that much for most of the... How did you not like him for most of the story? Like, I feel like early on he was maybe a bit dense, like not asking for her mom's name at all and stuff like that. But how can you... He is already cool. The man is not just straight following orders or procedures. He has his own moral compass. I love this man. care for him. I guess that is fair. I forgive you. I forgive you. You took me by my hand. It's very quiet at night outside. You don't even hear foul beasts. I was never scared. He grabbed me by my hand so tight. Kinda hurt. But I didn't say anything. Every time we saw each other, he looked like he was even happier than I was. And he also looked a little nervous. When he got tired, Mom would carry me on her back and take me home. I looked back. Papa would be there under the big tree. He kept looking at us. And after we got very far away, he was still stand there. Mama and Papa are both wonderful people. Mama's amazing. She knows how to do everything. Look, this is Mama's guardian gun. Esther gave it to me. Mama said that Papa couldn't beat her in a fight if he tried. Man. SMH. Poor man. She always let Papa win. I know Papa's really amazing too. Cecilia, when I say wonderful, probably doesn't mean the same thing as what you mean by amazing. Really? I'm sure Papa and Mama are both wonderful and amazing. Mama never told me how she met Papa though. Every time I asked her, she would start talking about something else. Why didn't she want to tell me? When you're still a kid, there's a lot of other more important things. Do you like watching Tube Poo? When I was your age, I loved looking at brewing tea. The water would get darker and darker by the second. It's honestly a good question, you know. The awful thought is the easiest way is during war times does fun stuff happen. But, you know, I hope the game would not be that dark. Wouldn't make sense to me. You know, they just had some nice letters written to each other. Rosella, maybe you're talking about something else now. It's just like Mama. It may look like I don't know a lot, but actually, I know it. She's very self-aware, at least. I went all around the city yesterday, but I didn't see any Sarkas besides you. Sarkas aren't supposed to come to Tavano, are they? That's why Papa and Mama shouldn't be together. No. I mean, there's somebody who doesn't want him to be with Mama, right? No, there's no such thing as two people who shouldn't be together. All this will change. Won't be too long from now. It will happen. Love isn't a crime. Let's go, Rosella. You get it. I understand. That's why we are here. And when that day comes, can I walk around Latavano all I want? Of course. I won't have to hide in my room anymore, and can visit all the candy stores in Latavano one at a time. Just once. You can go as many times as you want. Oh, I want that day to come soon. I want to grow up soon. My girl does not know what she's missing for. Enjoy the job market, Cecilia. Love should be a crime. Or do you want to be a smooth criminal? Right, maybe if you grow up soon, it will just... No, Cecilia, there's no hurry. When I was your age, I also thought that growing up would solve everything. But when I finally grew up... Growing up is very, very tough, Cecilia. Even harder for you. The burden you'll carry on your shoulders. No, never mind. You're still a kid. Let's not think about that. You do everyone grows up? Right. You don't have a choice but to grow up. Rosella, who has been smiling the whole time, suddenly seems somewhat lonely all of a sudden. He looks out the chapel's window at the graveyard outside. It's full of blooming flowers, and in the distance, the tall statue in the center of Latavano City makes a faint impression. Protect Cecilia at all costs. We brought her to the nice, friendly neighborhood cult. I think we're doing everything right. Want to say something else, but then got reminded I love ice cream. I love ice cream. How are you doing, Ark? She starts humming a song, sorrowful but with a hint of hope. Oh, that song. You hummed it yesterday too. My mama taught me that song. She said she didn't know the words anymore. She always just sang it with la-la-las. But I really like how it sounds. What's this song actually about? I'm doing good. It's nice that you're doing guide ahead. I mean, turns out I have to do like unironically, like probably about 15 side stories at least. If I just want to complete the main story. So right now is a good point to get some of those done. I love Arknights. At least then I have like done the most story relevant ones. But yeah, this is a very good side story. The hero of the song is going somewhere far away to fulfill his dreams. It'll be a long, long journey, but he will surely, certainly. Is guide ahead mandatory? Okay, it's... Honestly, this is kinda an edge case according to the guide I'm following, but I do want to do Masses Travels. And after basically chapter 14 to chapter 15. So basically all of the Laterano and Lifanian storyline is relevant for that. And then there's like basically all the Victorian side stories are more or less mandatory. Then basically all of the Wine Lab storylines are mandatory and just assumed you have met but once you start the third story arc. And also all the Seaborn side stories are assumed you just have met by the third story arc. So, you know, there's a few side stories that might be relevant. To be fair, what I read is that, like, doing the Seaborn one is neat, but it's not the most relevant. Kiamak is one of them that's not really that main story relevant yet. I will get to those once I'm caught up in the main story, but I need to somehow keep up with the main story. Like, I have like, what, 5 months? I have 5 months until they release like chapter 17. Maybe a long, long journey, but he will surely, certainly. Mr. Essel, Mr. Fire. To be fair, it's also nice to just do the storylines, because it means I can get to the Lifanian side stories and get the welfare units from that for my team. And gobble them up. So, it's something, Born. What are you chatting about? Good day, guide. Nothing important. Just old stories about the Sakas and a few trivial topics. I'm having fun. I've never talked to someone so long. Mr. Essel, did you pick these flowers? Yes, I thought you could extract the flowers' fragrance and give the candles a little scent. Oh, that's kinda neat. Fragrance can help guide the depart in the right direction. It is Anduin. I don't know what his beef is with Yamata and Lemon and everyone. He seems like a nice guy, to be honest. But that's how the cults get you. That's how they get you to join. That's so nice. Thanks, Mr. Essel. Actually, I'm a little scared. When I say goodbye to Mama at the funeral, that's going to be the last goodbye, right? Does that really mean I can't see her anymore? Oh, no, not even on holidays? Not even once in a long while like Papa? Even if I just want her to pat my head? No, my precious girl. He's one of your favorite Sancta characters? Ah. Actually, how many... I guess you did also do the... Wait, I have still the Google Doc open with all the guides. Where is it? guide side stories. I guess you also did do, what is it called? Or did you do Hortus the Escapissimo then? Also, or did you only do Guide Ahead so far? Not done that one yet. Okay, that makes sense. Only Guide Ahead. I see, I see. Well, she will get head pets, right? You guys will head pet her. Even if there's a story about an angel and a burden beast that she hasn't finished telling me. Cecilia. Tonight's the last time, Cecilia. I'll stay with you and your mama soon tonight, okay? All of us will be there. You won't be alone. Saka's watching over a sancta child and her mother. The candlelight may be feeble, but it too can light up the path to the other side. It's Lemon time. Lemon, we're here to see you. Do we learn what happened 6 years ago? I brought you some dessert. Or does the Escapismo also peak? It might be a bit till I get to, looking at it first. After this, I need to do... Okay, it's just one small story of the story collection, so I can do that during Mirror Dungeoning. But it's gonna be like... Maybe we can talk about Hortus Discuss when we meet for Dokumi. That's the best I can do. Man, I guess with how much reading I have acquired, I should just Wardog like all of the Lifanian Latavano storyline, or at least select Zwillingstürme im Herbst. And then I can maybe move on to chapter 13 at that point. There's a story. I can link it to you. I mean, I guess I can even link it to chat for any of you that's curious what the hell fringe advice I'm following. I found that on the internet. It looked alright. Okay. A food tart I swiped from the Basilica. Welcome, by the way. That cactus looks disgusting. That's our girl, Lemon. You got fine eyes. Do you two really miss me so much that you have to visit every day? We could see you every hour if that's what you want. It's a bit weird order Argus, but it's not alright. Okay, Masti, you do need to understand. Like, it is cool, like, following the actual chronological release order, but at least this way I still get to skip like half of the side stories till I caught up with main story and can do them afterwards. It's so much reading. I don't have time to do like 12-hour streams every day. Also, I would visit Lemon too. I'm not sure every hour, you know, girl needs some free time. Or that's purely based on vibes, you know, that's also something. I mean, that way you're making sure that whatever's interesting to you, you're reading at that moment, which is also nice. Because I think it has some advantages too. I mean, I will say, I think basically one big reveal I could see being in the story arc of the side stories here. I think I might know because I've done the main story, but even then, how the main story introduces is also like a very great way, I would say, so I don't mind. I mean, so far at least, just following the guide and doing my thing was not a horrible reading order, I feel like. I mean, I get that I'm missing out on some small details. Musty is probably the lore master of this thing, but I think the writers did at least did good enough job that, like, by doing the side stories adds a lot to the world building and the character building. It's not like you are just stranded out in the open and not knowing what's going on at all if you skip over some things. Trying to curry a favor, are you, Mustima? And you, Fiammetta? It's a terrible smile if you've ever seen one. Did something happen? It's Anduin. Yeah, you ran into him. I mean, it's maybe just how you interact with, like, pen bases and stuff, but like I said, I feel like I, at this point, know annoyingly a lot of spoilers about the third story arc. Which is what it is. Especially since I still want to keep looking at what operators release and stuff like that. But yeah, I get that everybody has different priorities and how they go to stories too. I guess I mentioned it on stream before, but not sure if you guys ever heard it. You know what vile thing my mom does when she reads books, it is vile to me. Basically, before she commits to fully reading a book, she will read basically the last few pages of a book and decides basically on the ending of the book if the book story is good enough to justify being read or not, which is, it's insane to me. But hey, if it works for her, it works. I got raised by that weirdo, okay? So we don't judge. Okay, that's a bit rude. We encountered the Sarkas who had infiltrated La Tavano and was chasing her. I saw also ritual arts firsthand. I see. It's good that you aren't hurt. Lemon, are you sure you're okay here? This is a normal hospital. If he... she has a gun. He's paid me a visit already. What did you just... Silence descends up in the room. Yeah, I know a lot more, but yeah, I won't spoil you. But honestly, I'm happy for Monster. Great transition. She is a cute cat girl, I guess. Lemon looks at the flowers on the table. The way you two talk about him is like you're talking about a picnic you had over the weekend. Lemon is my Blue Archive student. You know, it is a peak design. Lemon, I'm not mad about you. But whenever we talk about him, you and Mosima too, each and every time whenever I bring it up, you two always have the same look. Whenever I see the expression on your faces, it makes me think, maybe it wasn't him who went crazy that day, that I lost my mind. We felt it, that's all. You sunk the hive mind again? Fine. You felt what he felt. Why did you point your gun at him then? This has nothing to do with this. It didn't matter how. Out of it he was. Couldn't let him take the lock and key. What about after that? You fell because of him. Does it not bother you? I mean, she's doing fine for an angel, right? All things considered. Lemon, it was his arts that put you in this hospital. You fell into a coma for 5 whole years. Does that not bother you? Fiammetta. Trust me, I'm on your side. That's what I could really feel. I don't want to hear that word anymore. Do you think I'm mad about all this for no good reason? Of course not, understand. Right, of course. All of you understand. Goddamn sanctum hive mind. I'm the only one who doesn't. Man. No. I do kinda get partial. Being like in Latavano while not being a sanctum must be feeling so alienated, right? Like, look at all the sanctums just getting each other with the empathy and everything, and then you're just standing around there twiddling your thumbs. Hey, Fiammetta. Fiammetta. Shimmering Vigil. You want me to bash your face in? Listen to me. I've got something to say to you, Mostima. They're gonna make out, clearly. I'm done with your stinking sancta already. The empathy? The way you understand each other? I don't want to hear any of it. Did those halos fire ancient veins? You and Lemon almost died in those wounds. Why aren't you angry? Why aren't you mad? Why am I the only one? The only one who's mad? Don't give me that arrogant smile and that nothing matters attitude. You had to leave Latavano and drift all across the world. I'm out in the boonies. Whose fault do you think that was? Told you all that way to Victoria, to Lithanian, Sargon, Jan. What do you think that was for? You, Lemon, Antoine, our team. It was a time when we trusted each other. What kind of God Almighty reason does he have anyway? What gave him the right to betray our trust? What gave you two the right to understand him? Why should I have to understand him? I feel like reasonable to crash out. Imagine putting all your life in just pursuing this one man, not understanding why did he betray you, and the rest of your crew goes, it's fine, you know, we get him. Did you know how much I missed those days? All those times we finished the mission after all those close calls? All those times Lemon took us out to Twinks? All those times he tried out a new dessert shop? Even those times he fixed our reports? What gave him the right to ruin it all? Those days mean a lot to me. It's fine. See, that is why you're a mod, so you can get as much as you like. That's how it works. I understand. Wie Lateran Ibises. I grow only in the central garden of St. Marcel, the Sunset Chapel, and the Ecclesia Requiem in Sivonus. Yeah, come on, we'll go together. You're my warden. Better make sure I'm not hurt on the job. Man, that's one way to end it, but yeah, it's getting late. We can finish the side story for sure tomorrow though. I get my man! Let's go.
처음 뵙겠습니다. 중정 공증소의 협정에 따라 로도스 아일랜드에 파견된 사람입니다.
Very original code name.
그렇군요. 그럼 인포서라 불러주세요. 이게 협정 관련 서류입니다.
Now this is how I learned that he's like garbage.
박사,
What does my man do? Next attack pushes the target or your pusher. Yeah. Stunning it if it collides the high ground. Immediately pushes back all enemies within range moderately. I guess maybe he has some niche, but yeah, I guess pushers are already super niche, aren't they? Satch. Well, okay, let's figure out who we can wait. I guess Musty's not waiting anymore. Waiting, streaming. Oh Jesus, my pride is. I cannot speak anymore. I need a break. It has been a long day. I'm sad with my beloved Clifford. Oh yeah, maybe one day I will actually build one of the pushers. Maybe. Is there anyone fun to wait? I'm so good at choosing people to wait quickly. I guess I should just look beforehand already. Is anyone cool streaming Arknights?
깼나? 아니면 아직 꿈속인가?
No. We should just always wait people that play Arknights for the first time. I feel like that we can go with this, I guess. But yeah, thanks for watching. Tomorrow we will finish the story arc. Wait, okay, we're not gonna finish the story arc. Gonna finish the side story. That sounds reasonable. See you for that. Bye bye.